up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I have with me the legendary author, commentator, dragger, Uncle Tim. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, Wally?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you.
I read your book, Meth Monster, and I think that book is an incredible book. I think it's an incredible film. A book that you did. I think it could be a film. Take us back. Why did you write that book, put that book together entitled Meth Monster?
Meth Monster. Well, at first I called it a recovery by faith, but I really wanted to break it down to what it really was. It was a story of a meth monster and how drugs take over your life, you know. So I was in a drug program when I wrote it, and God, this is my language, God told me one day, just get up and start writing. I hadn't even contemplated writing a book. I hadn't written anything. As a matter of fact, I hadn't even read a full book cover to cover until I went to prison.
Wow.
When I got in prison, I started reading, you know, and I thought biographies were fascinating. But it's cathartic. Write your story. You know, I'm in my 60s now. I think I wrote it, I was 42. So it's like, you know, it's time to write your story down.
Wow, because you didn't know how to read, didn't you? Right? You didn't know how to read that well.
Well, I know how to read. I'm dyslexic.
Okay,
so I know how to read. I can read anything, right? It takes dyslexic people just a little longer to stay on the page and things like that. But as long as you're not rushing, then there's no difference. But I just had never taken time to read a book in my entire life. Mm-hmm. But when you're in prison, there's not much else you can do but read. So we all become avid readers in there.
Right, because you have nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
And going, you know, you grew up and your mother was escaping an abusive relationship. And the person that she was with, was that your father?
No, that was my stepfather, her husband.
That was her husband. Right. And he tracked y'all down. He found where y'all were at. Right.
So when I was about I was either 1 or 3. My mother married this guy, right? She had me with this other person who I never met. And then a year later, she married somebody else. He was from San Francisco. So they got married. Then me and I have one other sister then moved to California. And then it became very abusive here, you know. Wow. I only mentioned that in my story because I thought it was so significant, because it's my clearest memory of my childhood is of that abusive time. So I think there's some trauma there.
Absolutely. And your mom found refuge, and he tracked you all down. So did y'all have to go back to live with him?
No, so she escaped him in San Francisco, and she moved while he was at work. He worked at the naval shipyards. So while he was at work, she just grabbed her stuff and her kids, and we went to upstate New York, or Long Island, New York. We had relatives there on her father's side that he didn't know about.
Wow. Yeah. And just reading your book, you lost a lot of your loved ones, and you had a lover in the book, right, and Meth Monster, that passed away. You were on your way. He was dying. You were on your way back to prison or back to jail, because I think you were sleeping in some apartment, a vacant apartment, and they came and you got arrested.
No, you jumped way ahead. Okay. So when we were together, we were just in the bars, right? We drank. When we broke up, I soon after that, first I went to 12-step AA, and I found out about all this crystal meth, because people were coming in there. They were, I guess it was epidemic at that time. I know nothing about that drug, but I went in there and I found out about it. And when I relapsed from alcohol, I went back. Hit the streets, and I tried meth. So the same time I was trying meth, he was trying heroin. So He was a heroin addict as a teenager, but he had been clean for many years. So I think the worst mistake we ever made was breaking up, really.
Because y'all both went on destructive path. You went on your path, and you tried to be a dealer. You tried to sell, so you were a dealer. So you tried to sell drugs.
No, I was a drug dealer, honey.
So you never sell the drug. You never tried to do it.
Tried to sell?
Yeah, you never tried to.
Oh, of course. I was a drug dealer at the end.
Okay.
When we broke up, I was still working and everything, right?
Okay.
But I couldn't keep up with the dope because the dope made me so wiry I couldn't go to work, right? Mm-hmm. So I ended up boosting, shoplifting to pay for my habit. So this went on for several years, maybe 5 years. And then I was sent up here to San Quentin, to prison. And when I got out of San Quentin, I hit the streets here and I met this drug dealer. And almost immediately, I became his number 2 guy. So, wow. So he put me in pocket. So the whole time I was in San Francisco, I was no longer a bum. I was not a thief. I sold drugs, and I sold drugs for a living. So then my whole story changed when I got up here.
Wow. And I could remember you getting out of rehab and they said you can't go to Pride or some event that you couldn't go to, and you went because there's a lot of temptations there. But how do you get through that? Because you relapsed and all. When was that moment? I always wanted to ask you when you say, you know what, I'm through with drugs. I would never do it again. What was that moment? Was it you reaching death or you being diagnosed? Like what happened to make you say, you know what, I'm through with the drugs?
Yeah. So, like I said, I was selling meth in the Tenderloin. It's the roughest area in San Francisco. And I got robbed. People told me when I got out of prison, they said, you know, you got to be careful because there's this dude that's robbing people, robbing drug dealers, right? So I got out there and I had this little runner, this little friend of mine. He was younger than me, but he worked for me essentially, right? And so when I came out of the hotel where we worked at, work meaning selling dope, some dude, this dude that they say was robbing everybody, was ready to beat him up. So I stepped in to say, what does he owe you? I'll just pay you, right? So he said this guy owed him money or whatever. Great big old guy. Well, he took that opportunity to say I got in his business. So this was his opportunity to rob me. Because I got in his business. I got in his business by paying him, by paying this other dude's debt off. So I jumped into that, and this dude ended up stalking me then. So he caught me coming out of one of my spots, and he smashed a beer bottle over my head. Well, that essentially was the beginning of the end for me, because in all the years that I had sold drugs and done drugs, I had never been physically assaulted. Nobody. I just worked by my mouth. I had the gift of gab, and I used it, and I know how to pretend to be tough and all that kind of stuff. And I had tough friends. But never did it come that close to me where I was actually hitting the head with a beer bottle. So I think that was the beginning of the end. At the same time as that, there was new drugs for HIV people, right? So I went to prison after he robbed me. And then in there, people were talking about this new drug cocktail. So now it was like, I have if I got clean right now, there was a chance that I could live. Remember now, HIV at that time, this is about 96 or something like that. It was still a death sentence. So people were still dying very quickly. And my partner, the one you're talking about, he actually died of AIDS. So I had every reason to just live until it was over. I had no reason to get sober, in other words. Why get sober if you're going to get sober and be sick? Right? Right. Now they're saying that you can get sober and you won't necessarily have to get sick. So I just believe that God used that time period where all these things came together. And I said, no, I want out. Because after you start selling dope, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as just getting fucked all night. I mean, we had sex, crystal meth, excuse my language, is primarily a sexual aphrodisiac, right? So it's all about sex. It's what we did. It's what we did it for. But when you have responsibilities and you're selling drugs and so forth, you can't do that. You can't participate because you'll get ripped off. People will rob you. They will set you up and all this kind of stuff. So now it's just work. It was just work, just trying to stay out of jail. I wasn't having a good time anyway.
Did you have any delusions when you were doing crystal meth? Because I have a friend that's dipping it, that is in it now, and he sometimes have delusions and he'd be paranoid. Have you ever dealt with paranoia?
Yeah, meth will make you psychotic.
Okay.
Because you don't sleep and you don't eat. So basically, your brain is starving and you become psychotic. So if you're up 3 days, you haven't slept, you're tweaking, you'll start imagining things. And also sometimes seeing things, hallucinating. So I had many when I did.
I remember I had a friend, I got in a car to take him somewhere and he jumped out. He thought he was saying something.
Right.
And I was like, what the world is going on? And I thought crystal meth was like a white drug. I didn't know black people, did crystal meth, but that is so prevalent in the LGBT community, especially in the black community.
Well, it depends on what city you're in.
Okay.
Like some cities might be, the big thing might be crack. Let's say LA. Or at one point, the big thing was PCP in LA, right? It was epidemic. And then you go to another city and they're struggling with meth. Well, meth was always pretty prevalent here in San Francisco, but it worked its way down to LA. It started off with bikers, really. Biker people used to see these trailer type people. They always had meth around, right? Bikers used it. Eventually, the gays got involved in it because of the sexual element. It makes you extremely sexual. I was the kind of person that I very rarely carried on unless I was with my lover kind of thing. But when I started doing meth, then it opened up this whole new world of all this, meeting people the same night and that kind of thing. I can never do that on my own, So it allowed me to do that. But it does make you paranoid. Depends. Some people smoke weed and get paranoid.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have a friend that battle with it, and it's like he'd be outside, banging on his door, then you let him in. Oh, you got the voice in your head. Your mind is manipulated. He just say weird things. He don't sleep. He paced the floor. He leaves the door open. And to me, I just like, what in the world is going on? And I've been there. I tried to get him help. And if you're not willing to get help, they're not going to force you to get help.
Right. So he's tweaking.
That's what they call it, tweaking. I'm like,
right.
I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, you don't see this? I'm like, I don't see it. And then that's when I started to Google and research that's one of the signs of it. And it's so sad because at first it is a sex drug, but if it messes up your mind, psychotic, is it a possibility that you be lost forever?
Oh, yes. You can see people out here on the street, the homeless population in San Francisco. Most of those guys is because of drugs. People who have, especially people who have mental health issues, they got mental health issues. They're homeless because they have mental health issues, and they're on drugs to survive the streets. So you have all three of those things going. Yes, people spin out, and sometimes they don't come back, or we don't see them come back. Sometimes people disappear. You think they're dead, and they might have gone home to their family or something.
Wow.
Or got clean, whatever.
Because I've seen it happen where I had a friend, he dressed good, but then when he got on the drugs, like homeless, like lost everything, but he still got to get high.
Right.
And I'm like, what the world is going on? And I don't know what it would take, but I would say this: I don't like to be around it because it's dangerous. It's scary when you see somebody. It's very scary to me. I'm like, it scared me. I've had my ways with bipolar, but it never was drugs. But I can just imagine if I were addicted to that and bipolar and manic. Oh my God.
Right. So meth is only acceptable to other people who are doing it. Now our behavior is so strange that that's why people don't work or anything, right? But when you're around other people who are doing the same thing, it's not unusual. People out here in these campsites and so forth, they're all tweaking. You would think they'd be miserable. They ain't miserable because they're all high. It's all about the drug. At first, it's all about whatever it does for you, but eventually, it's just about the dope. It's just about staying high. Now, when I started selling drugs, the thing changed because I wasn't desperate. Like I didn't have to steal, I didn't have to be homeless, those kind of things. But the problem with that is, I couldn't stay out of prison because people they get stopped. Like your friend could be stopped. The cops ask him, "Tell me where you got the dope. I'll let you go." That's the common practice here.
Wow.
Every time they'll send them on you, honey. So you got to keep moving.
I've seen you on YouTube. You get into some legendary beefs. But the thing I don't like is other bloggers like Fyebabe was trying to mention your story, and she got your story totally wrong. What I want to know, I want to ask you, what was the issue between you and her? Because I've always felt like QB always inserts herself, and then Fyebabe stand up like that's just like she the mama. So what is the issue with her? Because you were cussing her out, and I don't really see you cuss like that, but you call her all type of bees, everything in the book.
Well, she's a fire monster, so you have to get her up off of you, get her off your back. The beef this particular one started because I thought she was very disrespectful to you. Yeah. I said, get off of Wiley. What are you doing to him? Why are you spitting all over him and stuff? I was supposed to be there in Florida.
Uh-huh.
But I had to tell them at the last minute, I'm not coming because I'm too damn old and I got all these health issues, right? Now, maybe these young people, they can go and play around and do all this kind of shit. But when I was seeing, I said, well, damn, ain't no mask. She coming on there, jumping on people and spitting all in their face and all that kind of stuff. I said, I made the right decision for myself. If I got sick with that shit, I'll be through. So anyway, she's a fine monster, honey. So she gets off on that kind of stuff. But you have to come on her real hard. She won't leave you alone. And as far as her telling, she says she didn't tell that boy to go read my book just in a nasty way. You can always go through anybody's, even celebrities. You can go through their story and pick out the worst parts if you want to, you know. But she did the exact identical thing to James a few weeks ago. That's why I know it came from her. He ain't got enough sense to even think about something like that. That's not a reader.
He don't read. He don't read, you know.
Obviously.
He's not way high.
Like it was also shocking to him, although he lives in the slums of Chicago. I don't think he was that shocked by anything, honey.
Beating up people with bats and all that type of stuff.
Why do you have a bat in your house if you don't know about any of these things? Why do you have to have Trey arrested from coming and taking your wallet from your shit? He pretends like, oh my God, oh, girl, please.
Oh gosh. And you went at it, but to me, I think that, do you think that Fyebabe is saying that you wrote a book about your life, that you put yourself out there? Do you think that, you know, her and her minion is hating on you?
I don't think they give a damn. I think they want content.
Okay.
They want something they can jump on. So she said that she didn't put that boy up to nothing, that they work together. They're a team, she said. So if he can take a whipping and you take some too. This is your idea. But I'm not ashamed of anything I put in my book. I'm not ashamed of my life. I'm a survivor. Shit, I had HIV for 32 years. I'm a survivor. I survived drug addiction. I survived dealing with really, really crazy people in prison. I survived that. I ain't ashamed of that shit. Tell the truth and shame the devil, honey. Every time you tell the truth, they give the devil a black eye.
Absolutely.
No, monster. No. You no longer have me, honey. Tell your truth. I'm hoping that you write your book.
I'm writing it.
I don't know if you're working on it.
But I am working on it. With me, it's like, what do you want to share? Because when you put a book out, most of the people I'm talking about is still alive. And, you know, are they ready for that? And I'm putting it together. And of course, I'm taking my time with it as well, because that's your baby. And I don't want to be like Jay Wilson, put out a pamphlet with misspelled words. I don't want that, because y'all drag.
Right.
Definitely want that. But I want to take my time. But when I read your book, I was like, wow, you're an amazing writer. When I read James' book, and I'm like, this is the side that I want to see of Uncle Tim, because you are an author, you an elder, you went through it, and you can like school me and I started to really, you know, pay attention to your platform, because they said Wiley need to get his book. Blue Sky said, get his book. And I got his book and we read it, and it was an incredible book. I said, you are an amazing storyteller.
Oh, thank you. That was my first project. Hi, Blue Skies. Thank you.
And we read it, and I just like, you know, in the B sector, you are so different, because when I first found you out, Uncle Tim, this is the mess. You were reading Just the J. Yo, he's begging again. Because he was out there begging, and you were dragging him for begging his subscribers to give him money. So what made you do? Did you ever reach out to Just J about him begging? Because I remember you did that video. That was a couple of years back and this was before I knew about the beef sector.
Well, I was telling the truth. No, he never answered me. I did about 3 or 4 videos on him. He has certain characteristics that really annoy me. On one hand, I would admire him that he's able to grow his platform and so forth and be amusing. And I used to watch his black V-neck roast and all that kind of stuff. So he's really one of the fathers of the beef sector to me, even though he wouldn't probably ever acknowledge that. But yeah, I attack people for begging. I attacked Wilson for begging. I attacked that Fine Monster for begging. I mean, that it's just something that's annoying to me.
Yes, and with
but he never answered me. He said, "Missed me one time." He said, "Oh, that old man over there drinking cold water." Justin J will only respond to you if it suits him in his platform. So he's strategic with his. He didn't want to get in no beef for me. It didn't mean anything to him. What for what? You know, I had low numbers at the time.
And now you are their way. I think that your commentary on Jay Wilson was incredible because you said you only got to go fund me, Jay Wilson, because Wiley got to go fund me. And now you want to go fund me. You were really calling him out. And I didn't think Jay Wilson liked that one of his peers will call him out, because I think Jay Wilson never liked people calling him out because he was very hypocritical. He does mess, but he never wants you to call him out on his mess. And you always called him out. And you stand strong with that. He didn't like it.
Right. Yeah, I thought he was an opportunist. But there was many characteristics that he has that just don't jive with mine. So it was a perfect storm for me us to get into it.
So would you ever date a Jay Wilson? Would you ever give him a chance back in your day?
No.
Jay Wilson, what?
Hell to the no. No, that's not my type of man, honey.
The type of man I think you like white man, Uncle Tim. Is that accurate? Did you love you some white men?
Yeah, I'll tell you that I have not had sex in I think something like 12, 13 years. So really to claim anything really would be, unfair. But I would say that when I look at men, I'm still attracted to the same type of men, but I don't do anything with them. So
what kind of man that you're attracted to?
Oh, I like beautiful men. I like beautiful guys.
Black men, Asian men.
Both of my partners were white. I had two lovers and one boyfriend my whole lifetime, right? They were all white. So I was always attracted to them. I got attracted to white boys when the Monkees in 1969. So I was born in 58. So 58. So I was 11 years old when I started liking white guys. And it started with these Monkees on TV. You want the truth, baby? I'll tell the truth. I'm not one for a lot of bullshit.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed. I think everybody has a right to like whoever the hell they want to like.
So you like white men. So do you jerk off? Because you're not at, do you
hey, Wiley.
Do you just do you got
do you do that shit? You a man?
Do I do that? Of course I do that.
Honey, right. I just lost interest in all that.
You know,
I'm doing dope. It never came back to me. After having wild sex for 17 years, basically we had sex all day. And since I was a drug dealer, I always had lots of people available to me, right? So I had a lot of sex, but the drug allowed me to go and be that promiscuous. So when I stopped that, I never was able to make the transition back to a normal type of a sex life type thing.
And this is something that I love about you, and this is when I knew you had integrity. When a series was made about me, you said, this is a lie. I don't believe it. It's boring. You came out, and because it was just a blank, like a takedown approach campaign to take Wiley down. And you came out, and I was so shocked to hear you say that you have strictly integrity, and you were like calling it out.
It was wrong. There was no meat in the sandwich. Because he was going on and all these different things. And the people were repeating the same thing. I said, well, that's what you get when you go online to have sex with people. I ain't nothing special about that. Honey, one time I was hooked up with this guy online. I went all the way over to his house, middle of the night. I get over there and the motherfucker wouldn't open the door, right? So when I went back home to my computer, I said, what happened? I was there at your house. He said, oh, I fell off the ladder and broke my back. I said, wait a minute. Nigga, I ain't see no ambulance. I ain't see nothing. I was waiting there for a bus for a long time. So that's what you get when you online, right? They say they made a big deal out of Catfish like he was some kind of serial killer or something.
Because when you said it, I'm like, they didn't know what it was, and they were just juicing it up. They didn't know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. And what gets me is you talked about that, and I said you have integrity, because I was seeing even, Fyebabe were even trying to redo these rumors, and then she busted to the room and tried to dry hump me. So which one is it? You busted, and it shocked me, even though I loved it, because I think she's a beautiful chocolate woman. I love, like, that's like my, because I like both. I like women, I like men. I don't like white guys. I did it one time, and I went to this white man. It was a a boo-boo mess. I will tell you this. I met him at the gym, went to his home. He had his dog cremated, and I never thought you can get a dog cremated. It was just weird, and I was in it. It was just a boo-boo mess. Right. But I would say this, Uncle Tim, do you ever see yourself settling down, get into a relationship, or you just through with it? You just through with it? I mean,
I would love to be in a relationship with somebody, but I think as far as meeting somebody at my door and just putting my pants down and having sex with them, no, that's dead. I don't have any desire to do that, honey.
But it still work down there. In the bushes,
no.
So do your furnace still burn? All
the furnace works. Oh yes, we long stroke regularly. I know it might be a time to come when it don't work no more, but it's working fine now. Yeah.
So it's still right there work. Okay, that's what I was at you. I love your channel. I think you never went live before. Then you started doing lives,
right?
And people were love because you was the pre-recorded king. You did not do long videos. You would get up there, talk about a subject. What up, YouTube? In 5-10 minutes, that's it. What made you transition from pre-recorded to the live videos?
Well, things just changed. I mean, it's continually changing. This online experience, So I finally dipped my fingers in it. I said, well, let me try this thing out, And I did it. I said, I kind of like this because you can make a longer video. Because my videos, basically, I never really got paid for this stuff because my videos are like 5 or 6 minutes. So you can't put a commercial in 5 or 6 minute video. So I very rarely made any money from it. And I wasn't really in it for the money necessarily. But when I started realizing, well, there's money to be made, why shouldn't I get mine? Everybody else gets theirs. And I think also that Wilson was really starting to irritate me on that money tip, So I said,
I knew that Mr. Dr. Wilcock was a scammer when he said donate to the colleges, but don't donate to the colleges and send me the money and I donate to the college. I'm like, this is a scam because you can easily go to Howard University and click the donate button and donate to school directly so you can get your tax letter. He said donate to me and I donate to the school. I just knew that was like a scam. And regardless of what it is, I just love your character because you're very funny. Have you ever thought about getting into comedy, doing stand-up comedy? Because you're very comedic in your stories.
As a child.
Okay.
As a young person, silly kind of children's dream. But no, not really. I want to write some more. I've written 5 books, most of it fiction. But the real seller is the Meth Monster does better than any of my books. The book sold over 6,000 copies. So I don't know. I think it's another book in me, and I like to do that, because it's something you can do at home. You can do it at your own pace. You can be whoever you want to be. You can, make up people if you want to make up people. Fiction
Did you do the audio book for the Meth Monster? Did you ever record the audio book?
Yeah, that's where I got 3,000 sales this year.
Wow.
From the audio book. The audio book. See, when you're getting ready to publish, I walk you through the whole process. And it won't cost you any money or anything. So I don't know what that dude was talking about, paying all this money out and stuff like that. It's not necessary. You can do it on your own, But Amazon has 3 companies. Amazon has ebooks. It has Create Space, which is hard copy books. And it also makes audio books. And the audio books is where the money is. Because apparently people are buying a lot of audio books these days.
Wow, because me, I'm the old school, so I love these hard copies. I'm a reader. I love to read. I think reading is essential, and I love to read. And what it helps me on my platform, when you read a book, especially when you read like James' book, I learned something about James, learned something about his family. So I kind of like it. And then if you're roasting a person, you can roast whatever they wrote in a chapter. So, but I think for you, Uncle Tim, I just think that you're so ahead of the game because you can tell us a story and tell us about your past. No matter what, I don't care if you have to rob folks to get high. You telling us where you came from, but you are still here. I think you're in your 60s, right, Uncle Tim? You're in your 60s.
62.
So, and you're here. You're still here. And that's a blessing to reach your 60s. And I remember me and you were going at it. Hold on, Wiley, you haven't lived long enough. You was like, and when you said it, hey, look at my daddy give me the game. You haven't lived long enough, so you don't know. And and you're right about it, because a lot of stuff I don't know. I have not lived long enough. You have been on this earth for 6 decades. So your approach when it comes to politics, I think, been on. You even talked about the homeless problem in your city, about how people are getting evicted. So can you talk about that a little bit? Because I did see a clip of that on your video. You were talking about how people are losing their places and where you're from. The homeless rate have already been high. But now with this pandemic, how is it now where you at?
Well, we have a good governor, and they have a moratorium on evictions here still until January. But the thing is, though, this is nationwide. 40 million people can be evicted from their houses. I mean, and people don't take it seriously because they don't see it. But when they were doing the Houston stories, I said, oh, this is happening right now. And the police are really right there waiting at the door for you to get your shit and get the hell out. So I can just imagine how horrible that is, because homelessness is that's why San Francisco is so stuck on this homelessness. We've been dealing with this for 30 years. When I first arrived in San Francisco, you go to the courthouse, it was just tents after tents after tent. They took over the whole park, right? So it's a serious thing. And it puts your family around people that you don't really want your family to be around, right? In the streets, it's drug addicts. There's all kinds of crime. And it's just hard after you get out there to get back into housing, particularly somewhere like this, where the average apartment is $3,000 a month. Wow. How are you going to go from homelessness to $3,000 a month? How are you going to pay these people? Because the ones who are not paying their rent, they're going to owe them like $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. Where are they going to get that at? So this is going to affect not only just drug addicts and so forth. This is to affect anybody. So I just think it's a heartbreaking story. Apparently there is some help now, another moratorium for another couple of months, but they're giving these people just baby steps, and they're not telling them that, okay, we're going to give you rent forgiveness. They're telling them that when this time is up, when this corona passes, you owe us for every month. Wow. You missed. So if you can't come up with 1,000, how you going to come up with 10, 15,000? It's crazy.
It's really crazy. Even when I was looking at Louisiana, that it is a law that they don't have to give you 30 days. They give you 3 days to get out, 4 days. I don't know how it is in San Francisco, but it is just really disturbing. And my other point is President Trump, because you've been in this earth a long time. You've been voting probably a lot of, been under a lot of presidents. What do you think about the Trump presidency?
Oh, where do you start with that? That dude is nothing. I mean, how can you catch somebody 20,000 lies, he told as a president? I mean, we used to trip on 5 lies from a president. We would never expect the president to come there and just lie directly in our face. They catch him time and time and time again, and then they still make him president. And it's all based on race. That's what he attract. He probably had people go out there and find out, what are these people mad about? First of all, who are the bigger numbers? The white people. That's the people he likes. What are they mad about? They're afraid of the Mexicans. They don't like the blacks because they feel like they're taking over, and they're going to lose their position as the majority in this country because the demographics are changing so dramatically. So what's the first thing he runs? He comes down the escalator, attacking the Mexicans. I mean, you're attacking, these are not stick figures, these are families. And those are hardworking people. So this is how he started his campaign. Then everything about race, he's always on the side of the white people, every single time. Statues, white people. He's on the side, the flags, the kneeling at the goddamn, the kneeling for the national anthem. Whatever the racial issue is, he always chooses the side of whatever the white people are mad about. So he plays us by race, and he's totally incompetent. He's an incompetent person. He's constantly going up there, taking credit for shit he had nothing to do with. Now he's trying to rush this damn vaccine, and he's gonna take credit for it after he has been the primary problem with the epidemic, because he wouldn't shut this damn thing down right away. He made all the wrong decisions, and now he wants to take credit for when other people, scientists, when they come up with something, he wants to take credit for it, like he did it. Just like he took a credit for Obama's economy. He just walked in, and a week later, my economy. Look what I did. It was the best. Look what I inherited.
That
piece of shit.
But to me, I think Trump is a nationalist. I think that he's all about speaking on white fear, and he can play into those buzzwords.
Right.
Do you think, Uncle Tim, your prediction, do you think that he will win in 2020?
I won't accept that, honey.
Do you think
I'll go into a serious depression if he wins again?
Okay. So
I just lose faith in this country. The people are so hateful because when Obama was elected, it was like we had so much hope. Like, damn, things really have changed. Because a lot of black people even thought this was impossible. They'll never elect a black president. They're going to assassinate him, all this kind of shit. And we saw those people all in the streets, and they made Barack Obama the president. So it seemed like we all had hope. This fool comes in and capitalizes on these people, on these hateful people who want to put bones in Obama's nose and all this kind of shit. He hasn't done not even a tenth, a sentinel of what Barack Obama accomplished in his presidency. All he does is try to take down whatever Barack Obama accomplished. He is horrible. Obama has a record he'll be proud of. They're going to be talking shit about Trump, so he's gone.
He was a president
in history.
He was impeached from the House, and the Republicans, I'm very sad. The only Republican that stood up to President Trump was Mitch McConnell. Not Mitch McConnell, I'm sorry. My God. Who was that? Oh my God, not Mitch McConnell. He's
John McCain. He's dead.
Yeah, not John McCain. He's still alive. He ran for president. Oh my God, he ran. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh
yeah.
He's the only one that voted to impeach him in the House. Let me see if anybody posted that. Mitt Romney. Thank you. Mitt Romney was the only Republican out of all of them that say, you need to be, I'll vote you out. And that, to me, the Republican Party have lost their sense of what the party stood for, those conservative values, because Trump have broke a lot of them values that they really were preaching and standing on. Okay. And
but he held the Bible up. He said,
yes. And then when he sprayed those,
that's all it took. I said, well, goddamn, if that's all it take to prove you're a Christian, because he ain't nothing Christian about him. He's a liar, he's a thief. He's a crook.
When he sprayed those protesters, when they would tear gas them just for him to get the Bible and smile, that'll let you know what side he's on. And the sad part about it is, I don't think Black America, for the people I've talked to, is really energized. Is really by Joe Biden, because he does seem sleepy. He's up in age. And he don't make me feel excited. Now, when I seen Kamala Harris, she's the VP, but I get more excitement seeing her in her tennis shoes and her suit running around, you know. But Joe Biden don't give me that excitement.
Well, Trump is still exciting. But Joe Biden is a good man. You don't necessarily have to be the best speaker in the world to be a good president, I don't think. You need to make the right decisions and the moral decisions. You need to be for all people. And I think he expresses that. So no, he's not an Obama. You know, we would love to have somebody like that to come knock this fool head off, but that's not going to be. But that doesn't mean that he is not a competent man. That doesn't mean he's not going to hire the best people. Trump said he's going to hire the best people. Damn near all of them went to prison. And he got them out. He's supposed to be for law and order. He lets all his criminals out. And we still ain't seen the damn tax returns. He's proven over and over again he has no principle. Now this other guy's book out. Woodward's did another book on him. And then just Cohen, his came out just a few days ago. And they're all saying the same thing. This man should never have been president. He is an incompetent fool. And all he is in there, they said he didn't even run when he ran for president. He didn't even want to be president. He had no interest in being a president. He had never even been a mayor. No interest in politics at all. It's all a game.
When I read his niece's book, this is his brother that passed away from alcoholism. When I read her book, and she gives you a view of how he was raised. He was raised to be a liar. He was raised not to tell the truth, because if you tell the truth, you seem weak. So, because that's how his father groomed his sons to, learn how to be a businessman, lie, just take it, snatch it away. And so that's what but it's a lot of people, because black men, I think 13% of black men voted for Donald Trump. Why
do you think that? They're just fucking idiots. They're just idiots. You vote for Donald Trump, you're a fucking idiot. I mean, you sit up there. I mean, what has he done? What has he even done for poor white people? You think Donald Trump in his ivory tower up in the sky with all gold elevators and all this kind of shit, all this grand old shit like he's the king or something like that, you think he really gives a fuck about them poor white people? He don't give a fuck about them. He considers them all losers. If he thinks that the soldiers who have laid down their lives for this country, if he thinks they are losers, What in the hell do you think he thinks about a white person working in Starbucks? Why aren't you a millionaire? He has no respect for them either. That's why he ain't did shit for them. He just has the gift of gab. They go there and everything he say, if anything about race or putting somebody down or keeping low income housing out of the suburbs and all that, they just cheer and go crazy. Ah, Donald Trump, 4 more years. He plays on their hatred, honey. Their hatred and their stupidity.
Let's talk about it. Why do you think poor whites vote historically against their interests?
I have no idea.
Because you stay with a lot of white men, so you never asked them before you suck on their peen and ride their peen, while they mothers and fathers.
But I've never known a white person who was a Republican. I'll tell you that.
So now the guys who suck on their peen and ride them, they wasn't Republican. They were all Democrats.
Wiley, try to control yourself, honey. Everybody likes some kind of peen. Here in San Francisco, we have bars that only people go to this bar are people who like Mexican people. Only people go to this bar, they're all people who are into Asian people. Or everybody has their own group. This group here only like fat people. They only like fat people. They call themselves bears, right? Yeah. But everybody has got a type. It's just the reality of life.
I want to know, Uncle Tim, but back when you grew up in a very racial tension. So how is that gay? And then you like, why did anybody try to stone you? Try to, did they come to your house and burn the phone?
On the king? Lord have mercy.
All right, because I'm trying to say, like, that got to be kind of rough. How do you do?
Wiley. If you like rough black trade, that's your business, right?
Okay.
But don't expect everyone else to like what you like.
I understand it, but I want to know, how do you do it? Did you have to sneak out back? Like, how do y'all do it back then? Because I was like, what do y'all get lube from? Did they even have lube back in the day? Did y'all lose Vaseline?
Oh my God. Wiley, I'm not that damn old. I arrived in Hollywood in 1976.
Okay.
That's when I came out, 76. Right. Everything was essentially, in fact, it was freer because before AIDS, everything was freer. We had bathhouses on, 10 and 12 of them in every city. There's a whole lot more going on then because people didn't worry about AIDS. So now this times are a lot less sexual than they were then.
Wow.
What makes it so sexual now is that all this online stuff, But
back in the day, you would pull up in the bath, and it was like woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
You could do the drip, sniff, sniff. It was very common. Even with Bill Cosby with Quaaludes, from my research, they said that was very common back. That was like a party drug.
A lot of people use. Was that his drug, Quaaludes?
Yeah, that was like the drug.
Yeah, straight drug.
They were like using that. That wasn't so uncommon. Like that was like common if you had the money and you did it and all that. But you spoke about Bill Cosby. You spoke about that situation. You want him to get out of prison. You don't want.
They letting everybody else out of prison. How long have you been there? He gonna be alive but 2 more years, honey. They let almost everybody out of prison. He's blind. I mean, whatever. I think everybody should get out of prison, honey. If they're not gonna be doing no more crimes and all that kind of stuff.
Because if they can't get up no more, ain't nothing he can do now. That thing probably don't even work no more.
Right. So he have a couple of years before he dies. So just compassionate. I mean, he ain't like you said, honey. People go out and spend their money for Quaaludes. It ain't like everybody is a victim because somebody gave you Quaaludes. Yes, I believe that he was a predator. I believe that what he did was wrong. But I think we should have enough compassion in us to say this old man, he's done some time in prison. Look at all these freaks that Donald Trump's letting out of prison. I mean, he just let them out left and right, honey. He already made sweetheart deals with them. They can do anything. They steal billions and billions of dollars. They let them out, So why keep Bill Cosby in?
I don't know if you've done this, Uncle Tim. I would love to hear your romantic love story of you and a white man growing up.
Wiley, wait a minute. Let me pretend to be a therapist for a while.
Okay.
Wiley, what is this obsession you have with white people and other people?
I don't have an obsession.
What is the obsession that you have with black people?
I'm like a producer. I would love to see that. Like you dating a white in the, and you would have to pick up, you picking the cotton and you see the son and y'all smashing in the master house. I would love to see a type of movie like that. And then you get Lady Nika. She looks like a slave. She could play one of the slaves there. You can stay away from Master Sword. I would love to see that.
Right.
Jay Wilson can play the preacher. He can preach. I would love, what I'm saying? Fyebabe can play one of the slaves.
Wiley, try to control yourself, honey.
Okay. All right.
Triggered. Wait a minute. Wiley triggered Uncle Tim. Stop it. That's right, Deborah.
But whatever it is, Uncle Tim, I think that for you to share your story, I'm intrigued. I would love to just sit down and you go on tour and you just talk. Because have you ever thought about whenever we can go outside, just to do like a tour, just to talk, give a speech? Because I would love to see you get books and do speeches to help the young people out today.
No, it's not in me.
It's not in you to do that?
No, I ain't doing it. You have a lot more energy than I do, Wiley. We talked for a moment. I mean, people got so mad that the people were talking. What the hell are they talking to each other for? Kill him.
That was so angry at you, Uncle Tim, that people said it was on the unsubscribe. See, I was smart. When that camera came on, I'm keeping it, baby. You ain't about to drag me. Fish, grease, whatever it is. But they got on you, Uncle Tim. They said you were a hypocrite. They said you get on the platform, you lie to your subs, you are fake. Because you got a blunt of it after Atlanta, you were getting dragged.
Why do you think they dragged you? Honey, I'm me. Okay. They got mad because I talked to that boy. They thought I should have punched it. But see, they didn't see it. You didn't even see what went on in Atlanta, Wally. Because you arrived later. You arrived. We had done the whole show before you. I mean, part of it before you even got there. I remember when you walked in the door, right? So I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised if they want to see carnage. So if nothing changed.
Because with me, I just, kept the same energy. And I didn't, because they were coming at you so hard. They were dragging you on Lipstick Alley. They were saying, Uncle Tim, look at him trying to chew. And on Lipstick Alley, they was like, Wiley, ask Uncle Tim, why haven't he done the Bite the Apple challenge for Jay Wilson? So you're not going to bite. Do you bite apples? Do you eat apples?
No, I suck white ping. You promised you were going to behave yourself, Wally. I promise.
Because he kept saying, I want Uncle Tim Grumpy Grants to eat a red apple. I'm like, what is this obsession with eating a red apple? Like, he really
I'd like to see some of these people's mouths when they get to be 62 years old. With or without crystal meth. Lord have mercy. Right. Like these people got $30,000 and $40,000 to be putting in, fixing their mouths up.
Right. But
I just thought of all the times I read that boy, that's what he came up with. Bite the apple. I mean, goddamn. Anyway, we killed him off. I don't speak of him.
Right, but let me tell you, Uncle Tim, I was here for that beef because Jay Wilson used to drag, and then he would say, I'm about to mute Wiley. Right? But he talked about me video after video. What Wiley, it was like obsession. When I was on the bus, he drag. But you said they're helping Wiley out because he needed a car. They helped me because you seen the struggle and the people gave it. He got mad. They give him a car. They give him an apartment. Because I had to sleep on couch to couch. Because, when I left Chicago, I left broken, emotionally vain, mentally drained, no money, sleeping on couch to couch, going to a gym just to use the restroom because the people I stayed with, they were getting it in the bedroom. Can't interrupt it, And I went through a lot, and I went through it publicly. But for your platform, listening to your story, Uncle Tim, you have just been an incredible mentor for me. We never talked. But one time I tried to be messy. I got an interview with Uncle Tim. Tuned in. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember that? I'll put your name in the title.
Well, you are two people. You are the bullshit Wally, and then there's another part of you that is extremely honest.
Yes.
I mean, really honest about your mental health. A lot of these people are not perfect people either. They all got past. I mean, but they're not going to talk about it. That's why I think you'll be a good writer because you have the ability to tell the truth. Right. If you don't have the ability to tell the truth, you're just wasting your time.
Absolutely. When I got back from court and I was telling my story, you said, "Wow, you should have had on a shirt that wasn't wrinkled." But you talked about this because I was so relieved. I was relieved. Now I owe the library $7,000 instead of the $12,000 they wanted. But right. I told my story because it was public. I had a video, and every time I come up, the video comes up in the recommendation every day. They scream Emmett Till, they scream this, they scream, it was, right. But they don't understand it because I told my demons and what I dealt with, and I talked about it publicly. Even right. though some of these other folks got drug addictions, alcoholism, they addicted to alcohol, and some right. of them are just, obsessed with themselves, but they're not going to be vulnerable and tell you they flaws. They're just not. Right. And right. they hate on people like us that comes out and tell our story.
Right. A lot of people are bipolar. I know a guy bipolar. He was acting the exact same way. I was in the store with him, and I was in the secondhand store, and I guess somebody told him something that he didn't like or whatever. But I came from the back of the store. He was threatening to kill the women, and he had throwing all the damn stuff all in front of the thing. Well, he was manic. Yeah. Sometimes I would go out with him, and we'd be in a department store, and he just started buying shit, buying every damn thing. I said, well, I found out that was a symptom of his bipolarism. So I know he's struggled. So when you tell your story, you help other people who struggle. You know what? I can still do other things. Yeah, I have that issue, but you still have had a channel for many years now. You have your following. You make a living doing this stuff. You know how to make a living. You know how to work, kind of thing. So yes, I had this issue. So
yes,
tell your truth, honey.
I knew that I was manic because I got an apartment in my name, then I got another apartment to help somebody, and I was just spending money that I did not have.
Right.
And that's another sign of it. Even I had to catch myself because I can go in the store, I want this, I want this. I'm like, what the hell am all this stuff? Because it's like a feeling, but the sex when you're manic.
See, that might have been a part of the what you call it? What you call that thing when you do? But you did Jay Wilson, what's it called?
What with Jay Wilson?
It's called what you did with Jay Wilson, pretending to be somebody else. Catfish. That could be a part of your bipolarism. Also.
It's part of it because when you're manic, you pick up these different characters. You'll start studying people live and start sounding like them. You pick up a swag because I know what the girls like. They like thuggish guys. I'm about to smoke. I know what you desire, and I know if you come, you're gonna stay because you're gonna see this big dick. And I know the language that I'm going to say, blah, blah, blah. And it was a 90%, 95% success rate. And some of the people that have catfish, I'm still friends with and still effing today. But it was that rush of maybe I get beat up, and I liked it. That rush, I liked it. It was a feeling. It was a rush. It was right. When I love sleep with people, that gave me a rush too. Ooh, a wife on mute. That just gave me a type of rush.
That boy why did that boy make the series act like he was a serial killer or something?
Because unfortunately, he didn't understand it, and he did that to get back and try to stop. But you can't because I'm a comedian. I told the people that I've catfished, so you can't spray me with something I'm transparent about. You just can't. Right. And he thought that people was going to unsubscribe and leave it. No, and the deliverer, if you're going to deliver something, be entertaining yourself. You people was falling asleep and he got dragged. Like, this is boring. You put me to sleep. Get to the point. Get to the point.
Right. No meat in the sandwich.
Hey, absolutely. And I'm still the same lighting. Not my camera's not freezing up, and I'm still the same person because whatever it is, if you're talking about what he was talking about, where the police report, get the FBI involved, but you want people to cash app you and send you donations or you can sell a t-shirt. If you're for the victims, shouldn't you be telling them to go to the police instead of going to your fuzzy YouTube channel with freezing up equipment? And he said this. He said, Wiley, I started it because you said I'm boring on the gentleman's panel. Hell, it is a boring ass panel. It's dry. It's boring. Most people say it. So you started a series because Wiley said you boring on the judge. That's a lot of power. You started a whole. I said your ass boring, and you're still boring on the panel.
Right, right.
One person next still cricket. You know, I ain't gonna press the gas on him. I want to tap that first. You know, if he's single, little thing. He do got that cricket up neck, you know, but now he's trying to fix his neck because they get tired of me dragging it. But I would love to see you on the gentleman's panel, Uncle Tim.
I would fall asleep when they were talking, child. Girl, what's next, girl? Come up with all you gotta do is come up with a damn subject. I mean, how you gonna have 99% of your audience are black women, right? And you ain't said a goddamn thing about a black woman. I got mad at that Nicole Tyler thing, right? But she had a point.
A very good point.
Because you're talking to all these, why would these women find all of this gay shit about you, about who's on the bottom and shitty dicks and all this stuff? Why would that be interesting to them?
It's not interesting. And over here,
the gay boys are not watching it. If you look at it,
the numbers have dropped. I told them you got to talk about yoni women, and I love women. I think that is just the most. Oh my gosh, I just can't wait to give me a really, really freaky woman that want to record it, put it out there. I can't wait till that leak and drop. But I think that you have to do that because women are tired of hearing about a man taking stuff up their rectum. They're going to get turned off by that. You got to have it where get a heterosexual man up there to talk about his experience, and more women will call in. But Jay Wilson got to humble himself and not overtalk the guests when they call his ass out when he half of the stuff that he don't know what he's talking about. You don't like no yoni or no punani. You never even had that. You don't know how it tastes. So he gets up there, and then you get all of the people on the panel is bottoms. Okay, I said it. All of my bottoms. We tired of y'all talking about being bottom, and one bottom so much his neck is just loose. Another person up there sound like Michael Jackson. Need to put a little bass in his voice. Another person is sweaty. So the entire panel is pathetic.
But Wiley, you want to be on there. You've told them several times.
I said I bring the views because I just want to get under their skin. I'm all about let's go. Let's get the click. Because, you know, I know how to entertain an audience. Once you give me an audience, it's like a drug. It's like I know how to entertain. I know what ladies like. Ladies like a man that is entertaining, funny, and that's versatile. I like to be versatile, baby.
Right. Well, you be but don't ever let them see you sweat. Don't tell them that you got something that I want, because then they get the joy of refusing.
But this is the thing. I have more joy, Uncle Tim, talking about the show. If I never get on there, it's okay. The show that I would love to get on in that basement with Maddie, but I'm gonna be on the stage and I'm gonna be doing comedy, working with Kevin. My way, what God gonna have for me is gonna take me to a place. They're gonna be like, God damn. Then they're gonna be calling me Wiley. Because anyway, no, I remember when you do Shada be going back and do your series. I'm getting on my jet because I know what God has for me. I know I'm going to be going to a great place. Even for you, Uncle Tim, I see something special in your life because your voice is needed. You need a podcast, and I would love to see you give a podcast and just have a conversation. I just would love the conversation with Uncle Tim and talking about different subjects because your voice is needed.
Right. Yeah, I don't have the energy for all that. You get older.
Have the energy, Uncle Tim?
I don't have it, honey.
Well, how about you drink a Monster drink or Red Bull?
What are these?
Is that a Red Bull right there? What is that, Uncle Tim? Oh, you got your energy drink there?
The Rockstar.
Okay, so you don't have the energy.
It don't work. No, I struggle with. I mean, just about how much I want to put into stuff. I know people do. They can make their channels more fancy. They can do more technical stuff. I'm not into it like all that. It's just a little hobby. A chance I can go and express myself, you know.
Yes, and
but
you do express.
I'm a retired person, honey. You know, I pay for my rent. I'm cool.
I'm so happy, Uncle Tim, that you came on this show with me. I'm surprised because, Uncle Tim, you don't give interviews. I did see you up there with the girls panel, you, James, and Duchess. I call that the girls. Okay.
Another bottom panel.
Okay, the girls, the divas. Because when y'all get up there, I think that's a panel. I think when James comes, y'all just take over Duchess because, baby, he just be able to say one or two things. Maybe he'll get up there and sing.
Right.
And that's about it. But y'all dominate.
The people like him, honey. I mean,
they like him now. Because I remember, you know, they didn't too much like him, but they just, you know, they like him now. But I love the fact y'all go over there, and I call it the divas. Like, y'all get up there. James, I love him. When he talk about Queen Bus, he's talking about QB. The way how James tell a story, I mean, legendary. That man, I would love to like sit down and eat because I know he love to eat, okay? And we just have conversations because he makes, for him to be a dark-skinned brother, he know how to do makeup. It's just a lot that I love, James, even though I throw shade. But James, you're one of my favorite bloggers. Uncle Tim, you're one of my favorite bloggers. I might throw shade at you talking about you need to eat that candy, caramel apple. But I love you because you're sincere and you're different. Every time you come live, it's just like, I don't know who you gonna cuss out.
Hey, you too.
I like, hey, you too. And you just be dragging. And then what gets me with Fyebabe, this is something else. I'm gonna end with this. He should be calling women bees, but she cuss out everybody.
Everybody's a bitch. Everybody's a bitch and everybody's a hoe. And then she got the nerve to comment on my 80-something-year-old mama.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you can't drag the kids. You can't say nothing about a kid. How about saying something about somebody's 80-something-year-old mama?
So she said something against your mother. What did she say? Because I didn't get to that part of that video.
Reference to that, to when that boy read my book. He was being snarky about it. I don't even know if I want to even address him because that gives him that gives him clout. I know what the after see. The after clout.
They out the clout. And he's not the but a follower. He just follow, you know. Her. He just follow Fyebabe and all that type of stuff. And, you know, I can't really press the gas on Fyebabe like that because, you know, she want to call the FBI, call the cops. She just does stuff like that. But I love her, though. She turns me on.
She turns you on? What is he talking about? Let me ask you a question. Do I get a chance? Yeah. I ain't gonna be long. I'm going to ask you a question. She was talking about cum and pre-cum. She says it's not abuse if it's cum and pre-cum. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is she talking about? Is she talking about Wiley? You did all that? Or did she actually come in there and hump on your leg and then spill it all over your leg? How does she even know about it?
I would say this. I was turned on by it because Fyebabe is my type. The thing I love about Fyebabe, I love her mouth. I love a woman that have a strong opinion and that she's a boss. I love the fact that she's confident. I just love women. She's thick and she chocolate and she from the shy. I love that because she'll get my ass together. I love women that got an opinion. I like that shit, you know. And if the cameras wasn't on with my phone and we, you know, baby.
Did you smell it when you was all on top of you? Did you smell it? I
don't care, baby. Sometimes you can just forget about the smell. You just want to get it in.
Well, you did smell it.
Man, forget about the smell. Just get it in. But because, you know, I just think that she's an incredible woman. I just think that sometimes, I think the successful part, I love her when she would wake up and look nappy with the nappy head, coffee breath, boogers in her eyeball, the crescent eyeball. Good morning, YouTube. Y'all see how early it is? Ooh, now, ooh, girl. Ooh, Bama. It's like she get these characters, but I love that sweet side of Fyebabe, that humble side. But when she gets to that diva side, she's still thick and good looking.
You don't find her disrespectful?
She can get very disrespectful. And when you call her out on it, she try to make you look like the bully. He's a man. He should be doing
talk to a woman to woman. I said, let's talk woman to woman. You take that goddamn wig off, and I'm gonna talk to you, woman. Look me right in my face, nigga. That's what I told her. She said, "Oh no, you ain't no woman. You ain't no." So I said, "Okay, let's talk man to man, because you also fit that. Pull all that shit off your face, and let's talk man to. Hey, you're looking for me." Man right here. Man right here.
I thank you because you did speak against her going to the family church. You were one of the ones that spoke against that. Jay Wilson didn't speak against it. And I said, again, Uncle Tim got integrity because they better be glad I'm not manic and I'm medicated. But I've never, ever on YouTube got in my vehicle, showed up to somebody's apartment complex, call somebody apartment. It's just certain things that I won't do. Somebody called your house. So somebody called your house one time, left a message, and you said, I got this big pipe. So if you show up,
you gotta be led. You gotta get and then you know, I like on a bicycle, the grip there, I put that bicycle grip so I won't lose my grip on it. Whack at the mother.
So somebody called your house and you didn't like it. You said, you show up, I got this pipe.
Beige ass. I want to whoop his ass.
I said, what the way you call it? Called your house, and you said, why are you calling me? And that's the stuff I don't like, because if you can't keep it on YouTube, don't go in the beef sector, because we beef. But some people, oh my gosh, I do want to ask you this though about VS showing up to IHOP. Was that a very sad, unfortunate moment?
Okay, so I never liked VS because she attacked me for no reason, right? I didn't like her. I didn't like all of her antics. But I felt like in that particular situation, that other girl was wrong, because the other girl showed up at the IHOP. Now, so I think that was the aggressive move. Why did you go there? You went there to confront her, and you got your ass knocked out. So, and that particular time, I spoke up for her, not because I loved her, but because it was right. I thought it was right. You got to speak up for what's right. That woman was wrong for going to that, showing up to the IHOP. I mean,
especially showing up somewhere where you're not welcome. And you spoke up against. I said, out of all that stuff she said about you and your dogs, wow. And I don't know what's the obsession of talking about people and dogs, because even my dear brother that got his podcast, Joe Budden, they talking about him and his dog. I don't know if you heard about it. And I'm like, what is the obsession of it? Because if they can't get on your,
they know we love our animals, honey. They're just going for the jugular. Whatever you can do, you value. You like your children, they're going for your children. If they want to go for your finance, they want to go to whatever means something to you for a click and a view. It's desperate, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, I did talk about the VS situation because I thought it was wrong what happened to her. Now, as far as it could have been a spiritual matter, because it could just be God just stepping in and letting this thing come to fruition, you know, crashing it down, because something needs to happen there. But this doesn't mean that right is still right and wrong is still wrong. If I'm hollering at you and you come and knock on my goddamn door, I got to introduce you to Buddy back there. And if I take you back there and take Buddy from behind that refrigerator and start whooping your ass, who is wrong? Who showed up at my door? But I will be the one arrested because I left, you know, this fucking blood scene. Right?
I hear you. I'm looking.
Who was wrong? Who showed up at my doorstep?
It was really wrong. I'm definitely looking for your commentary. I don't know if you heard about it. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle versus battle. I don't know if you're going to watch it on Instagram.
Yeah, I never seen any of them.
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to watch that one. I'm going to definitely see an email because I would love to hear your opinion on that. Because you were talking about some celebrities that you have met. You have met some people. Remember one time you went live and you were just talking about, I think you met somebody at the clothing store.
Jermaine Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't meet. I started looking, recognized him. I was in there to steal, right? He was in there to purchase. But after he saw me looking at him, then he started acting all weird and watching me and stuff like that. The issue was, because I was a bum at the time, but the issue was he wasn't cruising me to make love with me, anything like that. He just didn't want me to call him out, because I guess it causes a lot of, you know, drama when everybody identifies, oh, it's Jermaine Jackson, oh, all that kind of stuff. He wanted to know if I recognized him or not.
Yes, and I'm glad, man. Uncle Tim, thank you for your support, for coming on the Wiley Show. This is one of my top interviews. I've always wanted to interview you. I've been at for over about 2 years, ever since I read your Meth Monster book. I said, and you do interviews. But I'm so glad you're coming out of your shell, that you are now, you know, jumping on people's StreamYard, because you rarely did. You was the most exclusive person in the B sector. You would just, and if you want to catch Uncle Tim, watch that pre-recorded video.
Right.
With your antique furniture, that was it. And then every once in a while you would jump out the bushes. I remember one time you jumped in my chat and I just started dragging you. I'm like, what's the problem? I can't come to your chat. I can't get
I thought you said anybody was welcome. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me, honey?
Hey, I just started dragging, and
I just said, oh, he's manic. He's manic. Leave it alone.
Right. And then I said something. I called this the Section 8 of YouTube. I'm not the Section 8. Lawrence said, remember I said that? This is not the Section 8 of YouTube. Because Wiley.
Yeah. So now it's the beef sector.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for having me over here.
Thank you, Uncle Tim.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed myself.
Make sure y'all get his books.
Hey, you guys. Don't y'all be dragging me. Hello.
Make sure you get his books. You all go get all of his books. I think the next book I need to get. What other book you would suggest that I should read from you, Uncle Tim?
The Epiphany. I would love for you to read that. The first book is called Love and Gospel Music, right? And it's about it's a love story, a coming of age story. It's a long book. So if you like to read, that'd be a great book. But the Epiphany, you can get it on Amazon. And I think you can download it for $5 or $6. But that, I think, is my best story. You might even go on Amazon and read that. I got two full page reviews on that book. I think it's my best work, but it's just my favorite. But they're all good. I mean, it's a series, but you don't have to.
The Love and Gospel, is that the one? The Love and Gospel Music, or no?
They're all a part of the series Love and Gospel Music.
Okay, but
read the Epiphany.
Okay, that's the first one. The Epiphany is the first.
Epiphany is the second one. The original book was called Love and Gospel Music, right?
Okay.
What's wrong with telling the damn truth? There's lots of wisdom in there about the gay life and spirituality and everything. It's a book of fiction, but that's a long book. It's like 420 pages.
Wow.
The second book is the Epiphany, which the one I think is the best book, and it's just it picks up at the end of the first book, but you don't have to read the first book to read it. You can stand alone.
Okay, I'm gonna get that one too. Wow, because I gotta add that to because like I said, I love to read the paper book. I just love to read, and you're an amazing writer, Uncle Tim, and I speak blessings that you sell 1 million copies. And and you all purchase the book, support Black authors, because I remember Uncle Tim said back in the day we appreciated reading, and now it's so much distractions now. But back in the day, you would sell 10 million copies of a book, 20, because everybody was like reading, and even Black people were engaged getting the Black newspaper. And now, print media is dying. But you are an amazing writer, Uncle Tim, and just keep writing, brother. And I would love for you to write a book about the beef sector. Your thoughts. I would love to read your thoughts on that.
I've already done that, right.
But yours would be better.
You are blessed because you actually like to read, though. You enjoy reading.
I love to.
Not only does it make you smarter, but just you're blessed because you enjoy reading.
I enjoy
it. A wonderful thing. When I was in prison, I used to read a book every 2 days.
Wow.
I just loved it. I had nothing else to do. So.
Because even when I read about Malcolm X's book, his autobiography, he would read a lot in prison. Consume all of that. It was too much that even when the lights would go out, his eyes were like, he had to get glad because, you can't hardly see once the lights out, but he would still try to read.
Right.
And wow. So I'm just, man, Uncle Tim, thank you, brother, for coming on the Wiley Show. I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I hope that you get you a husband and you really,
what kind you want me to get me?
I want you to get, a mandingo, but if you want a little white,
maybe give me a Latin lover.
But I haven't lived long enough, so I say stay Black, but I haven't experienced relationship. I'll be 30 November 11, and I only been probably in one relationship, and I told him I cheated on you with a lot of dudes, and so I think that was one. I haven't experienced heartbreak or breakup. I haven't experienced it.
Yeah,
so I need to live a little bit. Give me about 30 more years, and let's have that covered. I probably married a white woman. Who knows? I just haven't experienced life. I'm about to be 30. I need to live a little longer.
Right. You did a good job.
Because a hole is a hole, no matter what color it is. I'm going to say that right. And when it's dark, it's dark. And it's a hole is a hole, no matter what color it is.
My goodness, Wally.
Because once you in there, you ain't worried about what color you in there. And I don't care what color it is. This is just, so.
When somebody loves you, honey, it leaves an impression on you. I'm still the same man 30 years later. He's been dead 30 years.
Wow.
When somebody touches your heart, you don't care what color they are.
You don't. And that's something. Oh, wow. That's no matter what color. If someone touches your heart, it doesn't matter what color they are.
Right.
Wow, that's powerful.
Right.
Wow, they said ask Larry Reed. You tried that. No, I don't want Larry Reed. I think Uncle Tim and Larry Reed will make a cute couple, but I don't think Larry Reed.
You're right, yeah. I like Larry Reed, but
You said no.
Black people. Everybody I know is black. So I just had this particular fetish for a certain kind of person sexually, but that doesn't have anything to do with my actual life. I mean, everybody knows is black. Everything I discuss is black, you know, and that's never changed. So
it was, yes. Thank you all so much. Going to buy Meth Monster right now. Oh my gosh, y'all gonna get it. Right. I feel so good because I've always wanted power to be like Oprah. Get that book and it goes up one. That's the type of power I want to put people on, especially if you black. And I just want our people to make it. And that's what I wanted this platform to be. So when I started the Wiley Book Club, you were the first book. And then next it was James. But your book, I was like, man, I said, Uncle Tim is a writer. That brother, you told your story. That should be a movie. But I just, so much you can do with that because we need to see those characters on television in a series on Netflix.
Right. Well, check out The Epiphany.
I will check it out, Uncle Tim, and I'm gonna.
If you can't see me, hello guys.
Yeah, they're here.
Send a lot of readers to my Amazon page. I have several reviews from your chat.
Yes.
Thank you, people.
Yes, and I always wanted. I was like, okay, and I love because I said this is a book in Blue Sky, so I said I gotta read it, and so we did the show. And it was so original because I just got tired of dragging other bloggers. I said, let me read their book. And I said, okay, I want to keep this on. So I'm going to add that on my Wiley Book Club. And we have a movement. And next thing you know, it'll be up to the millions of copies. And then you can travel. Yeah. And then you'll have people banging on your door.
No, they better not. They better not. They're going to
You don't want no groupies
working in a while either. Right.
Well, thank you so much, Uncle Tim, for coming.
All right. Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. They said I left a review on Amazon for you a few months ago. Thank you. Positive energy. So glad I caught a line. I've been a busy day. Wow, this was a surprise. I was not expecting to interview Uncle Tim. I also want to give a special shout out to the producers. Thank you to my publicist. I can't wait to put her on payroll so she ain't got an intern that she could just when I get big money, she's gonna be like the first one I put on the team. We put the letter together. And she sent the letter, sent it to me. We found his email address. We sent the email. And 24 hours later, we got Uncle Tim on the show. Was that a good interview, people? Was that a good interview? Did y'all enjoy that interview? Did we get into the mess? I think we did. Did we do a pretty good interview? Did you enjoy the interview? Okay. Did you enjoy it? Shout out to Armin Brown 09, Tori Mime, J Real, Nurse Nicole, Blue Skies, Puppy Love, B Scales, Mouth Open, Shantae, Day, TLC at 3, and shout out to D1. Shout out to B Scales because she said she jumped up out the bushes. So love you, B Scales. That's my sister. I love her dearly. I can't wait till we can travel so I can visit her because I think once I hit that stage, I want her to be my beard. Okay, because I want to be the beard. You know what I'm saying? When I hit them stage, because say if I get a little jokes on there, she could be my beard. Okay, because I don't think Nick at Night want to be my beard, but I think I can ask B Scales because B Scales could be my ride or die. Well, I love B Scales. We could be traveling buddies and hit the road and go to stage and stuff like that. And she'll keep it real with me. She'll keep it real. But I love, let me stop. But I love all of my sisters. Wow, this is a great interview. We could just travel, hit that stage, get it in. Because, I do want to hit it, but, and then I go to Jackson, Mississippi. I could go to good old Jackson and hit that comedy stage on Jackson, Mississippi. We talked a little bit of Jackson. All right, y'all. This was incredible. Wow, I wasn't expecting this interview. I wasn't expecting. TLC said she'll be the security. Yes. We're going to speak that into existence. I gave you a payment. Hold up. You must be crazy. Hold up. I gave you a payment. Hello? You didn't see that payment that I gave you? You paid through the app or you paid through cash out? The pay through the app, the thing that you gave me. No, No, you had that's the one that I paid it on. Yeah, that was the one I paid it on. Cause you whatever you send the invoice, that was the invoice you paid it on. You don't see that? No, because you whatever you send the invoice, you said this is the deadline to pay this and da da da. That was yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me make sure that it deducted. Let me see. Because I gotta put that up there so they can buy it. Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, I did on 9/9/2020 Wave. Yeah, for $30. That was the one. That was the invoice. I know, but I gave you the one for the 30. Do you see that one? Yeah, because I got the email and everything. I'm surprised. You see it? Did you? But hold on, I do have $30. You said what? Okay, well, send your cash up then. And send me the 2 designs. Okay, thank you. Bye. All right, so yeah, that was my t-shirt, guys. So we got 2 designs coming for the t-shirt. I wanted to announce it after this interview. So we got 2 designs coming, and Patreon, I'm gonna show y'all first. 2 designs of it for t-shirts. We got 2 different ones coming. Just got the phone with him. We had to pay for those designs. Yes, I can't wait. Okay, he better not trigger anyone. They said you should audition to be a hand model. Your nails are naturally trimmed. You could be model jewelry. Okay, thank you for that. Just ordered the blood. Thank you. Make sure thank y'all and leave a review. And if it's an author, if you write a book, if you want me to read your book, send me an email. Send it to the PO box. Send me your book. I will review it, interview you, and that's how you get your sales. Okay. I would definitely do that. All right. But yes, I would love to do the comedy show. And that's eventually going to happen and just travel. I would love to hit up East Coast and stuff like that. I just got to make sure I'm nervous too when I do that comedy show. Sure, I got to be funny. Got to write down my jokes, do a 5-minute set, 10-minute set. Got to write down my jokes. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous. Child, I'm nervous. God, leave that account look low. Oh, child, I'm going to have to start stripping. Okay. You really should look into Bitcoin. Okay. All nice. Well, yes, we got that interview made my whole day. Well, thank y'all so much. And shout out to the producers, the Blue Skies, and to the other producer that sent it to me. Sent me a wig and sent me some wig stands. I got to learn how to put that together. And then Blue Sky sent me some shirts. Thank you to another producer sent me this shirt, this Black Lives Matter shirt. So I'm going to go and what would be your stage name? Damn, I got to work on my stage. What would be my stage name? Damn, I got to work on my stage name. I don't know what the hell going to be my stage name. I can't use, somebody else used Wiley. I don't know when we use my stage name, baby. I don't know. We have to think about that. But my dream stand up to get up and do some shit is to see my people first. I want to talk to y'all first. This was great. Uncle Tim, man, he came on the Wiley Show. Man, this was great. This was great. Wiley so sweet, God bless you, always so grateful. Yes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Wow, like this is awesome. I interviewed an author. Oh, this was the first author I have interviewed. I read his book. So I know I'm going to be interviewing Mary L. Trump. Okay, we got to send Mary L. Trump an email because that's an exclusive. Okay, and she's how you doing? We have to do a review on that. Definitely want if I can interview Sean King, baby, in the word, baby, Sean King interview, baby. Sean, I believe that's gonna be a Sean King interview. The questions that I got for Sean King. I think when I interview that Sean King interview, it's gonna be an interview. Okay. Interview. And when I interview Brian Stevenson, I'm gonna tell you, I'm speaking to this every book. If these people still breathing, I want to interview them and be history because I think that is original. Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much for the super chat because we sure needed Ask April. Thank you so much. Thank you all the people that had super chatted us today because we need it. God bless you because we sure need it because that's so original because none of these other folks, they're not doing it because half of them don't read, baby. But we read over here, okay? Baby, I crack this book open and I get on there and read in a second. And I'm going to take me a hot shower and then I'm going to read and stuff. Like, y'all keep me in prayer, though. Keep me in prayer. I need your prayers, okay? I need your prayers because I'm in a standstill because I don't know. We had our first amazing meeting with a person we mentoring. I'm going to help them out. Shout out to his YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go check him out and subscribe. Let me make sure I get his YouTube because I was just on there watching. Because I want to get the real name. Beautiful conversation that we had. I'm going to help him out. The name of his channel is Real Entertainment News. That is Real Entertainment News. He's an incredible YouTuber. Beautiful brother. Really out here. I'm going to drop his link in there. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him. What amazes me is the question that was asking, and I'm giving as much I can give him and advice. And make sure y'all go check him out. And I don't mind checking, supporting other content creators. And he asked me some great questions, and I just gave him the truth. I told him that what go on in this business. And one thing that I've said, and I will say this to y'all for free: consistency. Consistency is key. It's about working hard. And when you get there, I can speak about me. When you accomplish what I have accomplished so far, it's because it's hard work. I can't look at this blogger. I can't look at that blogger. Everything that I've done, I've worked my behind off, and people start coming and say, hey, Wiley, I'll put this for you. I'll help you, Wiley. Wiley, I'll moderate. Wiley, I'll do this. And Wiley, talk about this. Now it's getting bigger and bigger, but it was consistency. I didn't stop. I was dragged. I was roasted. I was gagged from the boogers in my nose, but I didn't stop. I kept going every day. It been days. Everybody that I looked up, they would get more views than me. It didn't stop me. I continue to be consistent. Even though I was getting dogged out, talked about, dragged every day, but I did not stop. Many days I would cry. I'm like, why get this level? And I stopped crying, and I changed the way I was thinking. I said, I got to work harder. I got to make more content, and I got to listen to my audience. What do they want to hear about? And I started listening to the folks that watch the show every day, and people started engaged. And I said, I know what my people like, and this is what they like. And we all about the mess, and I'm gonna be messy. Like that interview, I'm gonna be all good, but I'm gonna throw a little bit. Either you eat it, either you answer, or you dodge it. But it's gonna be some question, because it ain't gonna be no Wiley interview if it ain't a little mess up in this show. For these past 2 weeks, you all have been getting some entertainment. This show, everybody have been going through emotional roller coasters. And guess what, y'all? Didn't he do it? It's going to get even better and better and better. It's going to get better. The people that you're going to see on this show, you're going to be like, Wiley, really? What? You're going to see it. And it's going to be more controversial. It's going to be more stuff like, oh my God, this person. It's going to be an interview. Baby, I said, I'm going to interview somebody, and the questions that I'm going to ask is going to be on all these different blogs. Well, the Wiley Show, he said such and such, and who is this Wiley? Wiley, my name going to be mentioned by some folks that you never would have thought that they would be mentioning Wiley's name, because I feel it in my spirit. God going to do it for me. I know he going to do it. Every day, I know I'm going to be able to move into my own house, into my own bed, hallelujah, because I see the pillows that I'm going to get. I see the comforters. I see that I'm be able to have recorded one room and be able to sleep in another room. I know it's gonna happen for me because I see it already. I see the vision. I see it already, and I claim it, and I can taste it, and I can smell it, and I can feel it. I see it. And you gotta have it, and you gotta keep working because the Bible said faith without works is dead. So put that work in. It's gonna be people that is going to continue to drag Wiley. But I can't get distracted. I gotta keep on working. I'm gonna give me a piano. You're gonna see me with a family. I'm gonna have a family. All that gonna happen for Wiley. I'm like, good God Almighty. Then I remember when Wiley was single. And then it's gonna be, I ain't gonna be able to see them on camera, but eventually you're gonna be, Daddy, it's time for me. You read my bedtime. That's gonna happen. Because when I saw my baby niece, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a kid. I want to be a baby. When she said, that's my uncle. That's my uncle. I know who that is. That's my uncle. I cried. I'm like, yo, she's so intelligent. I want to be a little baby because this is so. You got kids, when you have nieces and nephews, you think a little better. Like, what can I do for her? Let me put a college fund. Let me do this for her. But I can't do too much because, they're going to get mad. You showing favoritism to her. What about your other nieces and nephews? But I think our bond is a little different because I remember when she was just a baby. She's 4 years old. And when she said that, oh my gosh, I will show y'all a picture, but y'all drag people. I will show y'all a picture of it, baby. Y'all drag too many folks just to get at me, because y'all know how y'all do on this section. So no, I'm gonna just blow this up and put it like in my house or something like that, because y'all drag too many people. Y'all drag too many people. Oh, let me take it. Oh, you take it. And she knows. But if I would tell you this, if I was like raising my niece, best believe she will have a YouTube channel. Baby, we'll be doing TikTok videos. I just tell you that right there and there. When I do have kids, all that, they gonna be on social media. That's a lie. They gonna be on social media. They gonna be on TikTok. Baby, we gonna have a family channel. No. But no. I'm not putting my, because y'all drag too many people. Absolutely not. Y'all do just a bit of drag. And some stuff ain't meant for, for public consumption. Just like I didn't post the lady that I was with in Chicago and all that stuff. I didn't talk about that. I didn't post that. Because that's really, really private. You know what I'm saying? It was really, really nice. Only thing I didn't like, Lord have mercy. Say the only thing like, y'all gotta be finding babysitters. I'm like, hey, one more can you do? Like, man, you next time find you a babysitter. Like, and then me, I'm like, let me just it cool. I'm already pissed. I'm pissed off because I ain't here to be playing daddy. Man, I want to play daddy with the mama, but I'm like, oh Lord. Then you got to make general conversation. Then we got to play cartoons. I'm like, I don't want to watch no cartoons. I want to. Come on. You couldn't get no babysitter. What the world going on? You couldn't get no babysitter. It ain't meant for me. And I done went on and got the Pangea wash, the olive leaf extract, the prep. I'm already prepped, took a shower, brushed my teeth, put the mouthwash down, the thing. I'm ready to get it in. I couldn't find no babysitter. You couldn't find no babysitter, then why you here? But I ain't say that. We just had, it was just beautiful meeting her and, beautiful meeting her and stuff. But I had to take off the list. I'm going to take off my vision board. I got to give me somebody that ain't got no kids, that she just free, can move around. So I'm going to have to scratch her name off the list. And another lady I had on the list, she's engaged. Let me just scratch her name off the list too. Let me just scratch it off her name. I'm going to get somebody. So my design going to have to change. Single, no kids, no baby daddy drama, no ex-relationship drama, no escaping a man, no leaving a different state, you running from another man with a Cadillac, red Cadillac, no, just single, free, ready to get it in, open, go both ways, understanding. They ain't gonna ask me no dumb questions, understanding because you like to lippity lack and wear and all that, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna make my desire a little bit clear. Okay? I'm making it a little bit clearer. Can you put you on the date side? You find that's good. I don't want a dating site for the women. I've done it with men's. No. What I want, me going to a coffee shop at a business or some at an event, I meet somebody, we link up and all of that and stuff like that. It's eventually going to happen. It's eventually going to happen. It's going to happen for me. Okay? It's going to happen. Next 2 years, but I'm taking it very easy because I could have easily, I'm taking it easy. She was saying, so yeah, and I was around, and I was, don't get me wrong, her child was just amazing. And she was like, oh my God. And she's out of that. I was talking and all of that. And and I just feel bad for like her because like if she did not have a baby, I think that we could have really gotten it in. And maybe because I'm not in Chicago, so it's like, dang, I was kind of, but I'm like, yeah, I think we would have definitely got it in. But it is what it is. It will happen. You need to get out there and sit in the coffee shop when the road is open. Yes, because the road is going on and all that. So shout out to the mods. You all are just incredible. Oh my gosh. Some of y'all I can just talk to all day. It's just amazing. Just shout out to the moderators. Everybody was like, oh, I want to be a mod. I'm like, you ain't got to ask me. It just flows in the spirit because the vibe of the mods is good right now. The vibe of the vibe of the moderators, the sisterhood is just amazing. And the vibe got to be right. And you got to know how to work with other people. And I don't just pick up moderators. It'll be a while before I pick another one because it flows like you are faithful. And it's just like, oh, you need to make that a moderator, not just make your moderator. Because I see the consistency. Because everybody that I handpicked, I saw the consistency. Sometimes I'm picking you, and then I pick around. But I wait. It's like a process. Because if you ask me, I'm just not gonna do it. It goes by you in the chat every day. You're supportive. You're sending me information about celebrities, and just very active and stuff. And now some mods like Armin Brown now, she have a YouTube channel. Amazing. She does the party line. Amazing storyteller. I started to learn a little bit more of her because she was opening up on her channel. And then I think D1, I can't wait till I would love to connect with D1 because D1 gets into some things. She gets into the mess. I would love to have a little cocktail with D1. And when I ever get to drink a cocktail, I think I would love to have a show with D1 and bring Marquita and drink a cocktail with D1. I would love to. And Blue Skies, Blue Skies, that type of person. Baby, you just gonna let her talk because she can drag, especially when it's about politics, baby. Wiley, because one thing about Donald Trump, Wiley, I don't believe that. What you mean you don't believe that, Blue Sky? I don't believe that because Donald Trump, his mind is gone. When she get to talking, baby, ain't no interrupting. But wait a minute, Blue Skies. His mind is gone. I love all the bonds. I just love everybody. God, I love Puppy Love. Puppy Love, I love her because she would send me a message. I will never forget Puppy Love message. She said, Wiley, just know that you have producers too. I am a producer. When she sent me that, it was so sweet because people thought I didn't have fans or supporters. Because they would say all the Wiley supporters are TSCC. And Puppy Love sent me a message. Just know, Wiley, I am a producer. I could have cried when she said that. Mouth open, baby. Baby, mouth open is a firecracker. Baby, mouth open. If I say something against Kaya, one time I said something against Kaya, mouth open, drag me in that DM. She said, what do you mean? Because Kaya is this. Kaya been on MySpace. Kaya been doing it longer. I said, whoa, like I got dragged. And I know I done pissed off my own. When I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voice notes, baby, I'm getting dragged. When I go. TLC at 3, she can't stay at 5, baby. She can't stand by me. And TLC in 3. If she pissed off at Wiley, she ain't fucking with Wiley. I ain't coming there. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. But one thing about TLC in 3, she got a good heart. If it's eased up, she got a good heart. But she gonna let me know who she don't like. I don't care if I'm a moderator. I don't like her. Fish, greasy. I don't like her. That's so funny. Fyebabe came in the chat. I was interviewing Fyebabe. And Wiley, one of your moderators, is in the chat dragging me. I said, listen, over here, you might get dragged. I can't tell these women, they got their own man. Now let them women talk. If you just get dragged, you just get dragged. Because she was dragged. I'll tell you about D-Way. I love Day. Day is just a beautiful spirit. Like Day, I can call Day up and we just be just talking. Whatever else is going on. I wish that we could just record me and Day just talking about celebrity gossip and just stuff like movies and P-Valley. Like I would say Day, she helped me expand like what I talk about. Because now I got to start talking about power too, because I got to get it. So the only thing is when I do about them shows, I got to write down the character's name. So I do got to do a Power 2 review. And one thing about Day, I love her. Like she into the shows. She know what's going on. And no matter what time of the day, she going to call me. Yeah, what it is. Nurse Nicole, that's my ride or die day 1. Baby Nurse Carl, Pookie Poo has it going, Pookie Poo. You got to stay off that leg. When I was hurting, limping, me and Nurse Nicole, we relate so much on the healthcare front. She will let me have it if something ain't right. Pookie Poo, Pookie Poo, you wrong. Like she'll let me know when I'm wrong. Because it was something I did and I was dead wrong. And she said, Wiley, no, you were wrong. I was wrong. Tori Mom, oh my gosh. Tori Mom, I love Tori Mom. She is a strong Wiley supporter. If I had 3,000 Tori Moms, baby, I'd be a millionaire. She is, when I say faithful for a Wiley show, when she can, she will watch. Faithful. Early in the morning, she watching her Wiley. I'm watching my Wiley. And when she said her husband, she said, my husband said, baby, buy as many t-shirts you want to buy. I said, you married to a good man. So I told my husband about my Wiley cups and my t-shirt. And my husband said, I can buy as many Wiley shirts I want to buy. I said, go ahead. I thought that was a beautiful family. J Real, I love J Real, a beautiful spirit. She been following the Wiley Show way back, and every time it gets close to my birthday, I will never forget. J Real, she came up with the GoFundMe for the car, and she donated. Her and her husband donated. Beautiful family, and she put that together for that. I love her and beautiful spirit. Almond Brown, oh now, my God, very funny. Very beautiful spirit. Get me together. If I got any grammatical errors, if she's available, she will let me know. And I was like, oh, she took English. And I started learning. I'm intrigued, but I would love to meet Almond Brown now. That's a bad sister. And that's a boss. That's a bad sister. That's a boss. And I will never forget what I called into the Wiley Show. So she was outside for a child game. So I got on this wig, Marquita. And so her son was like, oh, Mom, why he got on the wig? Mommy, why that man got on the wig? Because they was just drag poor Wiley, like, don't watch the Wiley Show. So I wouldn't watch him. And then one day, Open Brown came through. She said, I'm here, Mom. And she started watching ever since. I love her vibe. And she said, you know, while I'm in the city, my guard's always up. Why are you in the city? Want to meet me? Why are you in the city? I'm here in your city. I'm here. I want to meet you. Why? I don't know about that. I'm pissed that I missed because I'm like, I want to meet this one. This is a whole boss. This is a whole boss. This lady said, I bought 10 Apple stock. 20 Apple stock. When people say they bought 20 Apple stock, you ain't nowhere near broke. So I want to meet her. She's a boss. I want to be around. I just want to be around her vibe. She give me good vibe. But we definitely got to link up. Who else on the list? Puppy Love, B Scales. I said that. B Scales definitely beautiful. The reason I connect with B Scales is because our relationship on camera, when it's just us in the morning time, because she would have to get her kids ready. She's like, Wiley, I'm up. Come on, let's go live. She would have her big coffee cup, and they would hate on B Scales. You know why they hate? Because number one, she's sexy. Number 2, our chemistry was good. And number 3, they mad because they ain't got that type of relationship. And they was talking about, I think they effing. No, we ain't effing. Like, I just love that vibe. You know, if she want to be my beard, she could be my beard. But it was just a sister and brother vibe. And I said, wait a minute. It's better to marry than to burn. I thought it was down there burning in your yoni. She was like, no, go in the hell. I'm like, okay. So I like, oh my God, I remember it was R. Kelly. This is, oh my God. B Scales was my connect. She will connect me to cable and connect me to what's going on. And I said, B Scales, where's the cable? She said, we ain't got it no more. We are done with it. It was too expensive. We don't need it. We watch YouTube. I was so pissed. I said, where's the cable? I need to get my shows because, baby, the type of cable that she had, baby, she had all the channels. I said, where the cable? And I was getting used to that. Baby, I was watching Sisters. I was watching the Ovals. I was like, I was like, wait a minute. Where's the because I remember me and her were watching R. Kelly. We watching the documentary. We both were on the phone. We was watching, getting prepared for the next show. That review was like one of my favorite shows because me, R. Kelly, we was watching. It was a good show. I was like, yes. But I love the fact that she even gave it like that was sincere. Like that was real. Like, oh my God. Like I would love to meet B Scales in person. Like I love that woman. Like that woman, I love B Scales. I would love. But she said, baby, we don't watch because I was the only one watching. Baby, I said, oh, I was watching the movies, everything. Man, I tried to click on. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to watch the Oval. I want to watch Sisters. Because if she never gave me the connect, I would have never did no Sister review, never did no Oval review. And I'm like, where is it, Miss Hills? What happened? It's so going. Y'all got an outage. So we know we're watching it. I said, oh, okay. All my feelings were so hurt. I was hurt. And then one of my boys said, nigga, get your own cable, nigga. Get your own cable. Get your own, one of my voices, they just get your own motherfucking cable, you broke, one of my voices cussed me out and made me get something I couldn't afford. So I went on, I had to get cable. But I love her. Love you, B Scales. D1, lit person. We had an amazing relationship. I remember D1 back in the day. Amazing sisters. Oh, meeting Shantae. Wow. Shantae. Woo, that when Fyebabe went to my family church, Shantae called me and she said, Wiley, Fyebabe, what's up? Where you at? No, you can't mess with my Wiley going up. Fyebabe, what's up? Like, Shantae, don't do that to Fyebabe. I got it. Just let go. Let it be. It's all right. Don't be talking to my Wiley. When I went and I met Shantae, her house clean, smelled good. She smelled good. Baby, it felt like I just want to just cry and just tell her about all my problems. Yes, Shantae, and all that. Like, that's a black woman. And I love it. I said, this is the kind of woman. My type, clean. And we were sitting there. I said, what? This is why I watch you. I just love her vibe. I want to link her. I can't wait to go back to Chicago to just really go out to places in Chicago. And I would love her to come with me and we just travel around. Shantae is lit. She's fun. Her family is lit. I would just love to, hang out with them, have a big barbecue because her family is warm. Meeting her children, I think her son, it was lit. That was the highlight of my trip in Chicago, and I'm so glad I went there and met her. I'm so glad I met her. Hello? Yes. Hello? What? So you're going to send a refund now? Okay, well, send a refund and I'll do it. All right. Baby, get y'all business order. Very great. I love Shantae. Very beautiful. That They better leave my Wiley alone. I'm like, what the? And meeting Shantae, I said, you know what, Wiley? You really have people that really support you. That made me feel good. When I got in that rental car and I didn't want to leave, but I had a busy day that day, and she waved, I waved her. I did not want to leave Chicago. Just meeting somebody that watches me religiously. I'm sorry. I met somebody. Y'all excuse me. My nose is running. Y'all excuse me. My nose is running. But meeting her was just incredible, y'all. Oh my God. When I met Shantae, I'm going to tell you, very, very sweet. And that'll let me know that I have a real supporter. Y'all know my nose running, so we keep it real over here. You be blessed, Shantae. Thank you for watching the Wiley Show. Thank you to the producers that I met. Some people I declined to meet. Some people were in my EM. Oh, why do I want to meet you? Decline, not meeting you. You drag me. You just want a selfie and all of this. You're not meeting me. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not gonna happen. Some people I don't meet. I'm very skeptical. Other bloggers will come to Dallas. They be on the internet, just be dragging Polo Wiley. But as soon as they come to my city, Wiley, let's link up. Let's link up. No, if you drag my moderators, you think I'm gonna meet up with you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If we do meet up, it's gonna be we need to go live. Can we go live and do it? No, we ain't going live and do nothing. Absolutely not. And not until you write that wrong, because I don't mind you dragging me. You can drag me all day. But if you try to drag my mods and you try to drag people around, you can forget about I'm not linking up with you. I indulge you in a DM all day, every day to be cordial. But like linking up, we ain't link up. What's your I overslept. They know what's up. I wasn't going to meet. No. And just cloud chase. And I'm like, you just want to cloud chase because you're going to see how genuine good person I am, how nice I am, but you ain't going to share that piece. And then another reason why I didn't want to meet, because I don't want you to lose that relationship that you have on the other side. Because I don't want to be blamed that you get dragged, because people change when you meet up with Wiley. When you get these clicks, they ain't going to like it that you meet up with Wiley. Especially if you tell him he don't stink, his nose don't run, he ain't fat, he's a gentleman, he's a gentleman when you meet with a person. Because I'm not this messy. I'm very cool, calm, collected, very nice. And you see how attractive I look. Okay? No. Now, I would have met. I would. But once you try to drag people around me, I'm not going to go meet you. For what reason? Forget about it. We're going to meet. No. I met some people in Chasing Dallas. And he thought he was going to get a whole selfie. No, you're not getting no selfie. Take your ass to that back in spirit. I'm sitting up in the front. No. Absolutely not. Because when you get on in there and drag me, keep that same. We ain't taking no damn selfie. Absolutely. I'm protecting my energy. I don't want no picture with you. No. Because you put out that phone, I'm looking like, no, thank you. And I was continuing my conversation with somebody's husband. Now, it wasn't no flirtation. It was somebody's husband sitting next to me, and we were talking about some random, about Chicago. He was coming to that. Because I'm going to pick up a conversation. I'm going to talk to you. I'm a talker. And he was talking. Then we were talking. His wife was talking. It was a beautiful. I think they probably were swingers, too. They probably were swingers. Because they kept asking me some weird questions. Because they stayed on P Valley a little bit too long. Especially that husband and that. I think they were some swingers. He did give me his number. I'm gonna see if they really is swingers. I ain't gonna go visit them. I think they probably was swingers. But anywho, we had a whole conversation up there. Right here, refuses. So I did refuse that myself in a quickness. White bud just went all swingers. That would be the perfect time to say that. Yes, and you know, and I don't record everything because I love to tell a story and I love to tell the environment, but I didn't record it. I should have, but yeah. They out the bushes. Yeah, so I think they probably was swingers. They probably was because they called me. Not they called me. We were talking. And it was just give me swinger teas. Somebody just ordered Meth Monster. Yes. Somebody is sending me. 3 people sent me screenshots of ordering Meth Monster. 3 people send me screenshots of ordering Meth Monster. That would be the perfect time to set them straight face to face. Probably gonna have to give me another designer because I don't like that. Give me a second, you guys. Y'all see how I do business. Is this phone working? Okay, it did. Let me get his number out here. I'm gonna have to give me a whole nother designer because I don't like to deal with people that ain't about their business. Let me call him and get him something for a shirt. Lord, I try to give people a chance. I'm very faithful, but if you trying to BS me, because I'm not just gonna randomly send you no money and you ain't give me the first things you do about it. Welcome, y'all. Because he's an amazing designer. Give me somebody else. Would you ever swing? Yeah, I would. I would. I would. You got your copy of Love It? That was great. Hey, bro, you get this message. Give me a call back. I got some business for you. You give me a call back. Call me back on my number. All right, bro. I hope all is well. Bye. All right. I don't like that. Do your job. That's if you're getting paid for it, but you know. But thank you for that. But I really think so. And so we try for that. I'm trying to get Atlanta trip going. So I'm gonna look how it is going. But when I had got that tax bill, I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. But that was a good lesson I learned for that is making sure that I get somebody that know what they're doing about taxes. So the last lady I had, I didn't have no issues for the last 2 years. So I'm gonna get somebody else. I think she even moved out of Dallas. So I'm gonna have to find somebody that does a great job for taxes, especially since I'm 1099. I want the right person. I don't want you to be just messing up my stuff because whatever mistakes you make on my taxes, whatever penalties I have to pay, they're not coming out to you, they're coming out to me. So yes. You better not give him nothing if he didn't take care of you the first time. Yes, no, I'm waiting on that first design because I paid him that $30 for that. Definitely. I paid him that $30 for that. Absolutely. It's just crazy, y'all. I really try my best to work with Black folk. I try to keep it Black. I try to. But look like I'm going to have to go on the vanilla side. I try to. Some Black folks I reached out to, they didn't want to work with me because they work with other folks. They denied me. I'm like, you can deny me, you deny money, but I'm going to find a good designer, though. I'm going to find a good designer that ain't, because if you're paying, make sure you do a good job for your paying, especially if you're dealing with a faithful customer, because I'm a faithful customer. Right, they will come out to you. Wiley, what size do you wear? Can I send you some of my designs of t-shirt? Absolutely. I wear size 2XL. You can send it to my P.O. box anytime. I wear it. Yes, I wear it. Man, they better get them. And I'm like, what's the problem? Like, because I am a faithful customer, because like I do for the t-shirt sales, if you buy 5 or 10 t-shirts, I take those proceeds, make another design, and I keep it reinvented. I don't take the money to go live off and go to New Mexico. Even with the Chicago trip, I still gave the Patreon people the content because it would have not been possible for me to go without their contributions. So I gave them that. I really did, and they was great, and it was a big highlight that Patreon got that people did not get on the main channel. They were able to hear my grandmother respond, seeing her grandson that she have not seen in over 5+ years. We haven't talked on the phone. We haven't laid eyes on each other in over 5 years. It felt like 10 years, and I was a nervous wreck. Some of y'all was there and was witnessing of that piece of a conversation. Some of y'all was there. I think Armin Brown was there, and we did that, and that was for Patreon. Absolutely. So, yeah, it was really great. And then I saw some people that used to go to my school, Farnway Elementary School. So that was great. Online, they was like, I went there too. I was just saying in the chat, I was crazy. No, because I don't. I don't. Like for the trip, all the proceeds from Patreon, I rental car, the hotel, and I gave them the content and I gave interviews. Like I went there to work. I saw my family. And then I went there for content. I really did. So some people wanted to see me. I was like, Wiley, you were here. So I got to go back to pick up my rest of my items and going back to Chicago. Hopefully it'll be a better experience with the logging issue, the sleeping issue. I don't want to be in that raggedy piece of hotel they put me. And it, it's right by the airport, but a terrible experience being into like 2 different rooms. Then the second room I had was bad, and I go to a third room. So I gotta make sure I really look at the hotels. Any other questions for me? I'm gonna go. You're doing a great job, Wiley. I watched your growth for a year. Just keep pressing you and make your mark. Thank you. God bless you for that. Thank you. When you go, we going out for sure. Yes. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna go out. I'm gonna have a good time. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, baby. I'm here for it. Thank y'all for watching the pre-uploads that we doing. And y'all said, can y'all make it shorter? Anything else? Make it shorter. Okay, we gonna make it shorter, baby. They said, where Marquita? We miss her. She's coming back on Patreon. I got the wig. I gotta make sure I get the shirt and all that type of stuff. Gotta make sure I get the guests to come on too. So give me a second. We definitely will be bringing it back. We definitely will be bringing it back. We're gonna be bringing it back, Marquita Carside Diva. Okay, I'm looking for empty liquor bottles. Okay, we doing a little something with her. Empty liquor bottles. We're gonna put water in the liquor bottles, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. So y'all gotta tune in on Patreon. Okay. Yes, y'all gotta tune in on. Y'all loving that Uncle Tim interview. Y'all gotta tune in on Patreon. I know they probably dragging me on Lipstick Alley. Let me see what they said about me on Lipstick Alley around this interview. Let's see. Let me see what they said. Let me see. Oh, they ain't too much drag me that bad. Okay, they ain't say too much stuff. Okay. All right, let me read it. Wiley interviewing Tim said he got a lead pipe with a back sugar grip. Somebody come to his house. Yeah, but whether he be able to make it in time with all the shit in his house. Now they drag Uncle Tim. Why is they drag Uncle Tim? Honey said it's behind the refrigerator. LOL. Tim probably moved through that apartment. Okay, let me read this. Let me stop laughing. Somebody wrote on Lipstick Alley, quote, honey, he said it's behind the refrigerator. LOL. Tim probably moved through that apartment like OJ in that Hearst commercial getting to that pipe. Blaine had me fooled. Though he was the only sane one over there since going live, he had lost the celebrity I once gave him first. It was singing at the beginning of every live, something he always criticized Jay Wilson for. Next, involving himself in petty spats, which I thought he was above. So much for my assessment skills, which did bruise my ego. Unsubbed after his return from the show and rarely watched him, from what you say, he is blending in quite nicely with the rest of the occupants of Section A. Baby, they is dragging. Baby, they was dragging. They was dragging him. Baby, that Lipstick Alley. I love it. Some people cannot stand lipstick. I love it. I love it. So he said, oh, wait a minute. Somebody said this. They said, I don't need to know that Tim Blaine jacks off on a regular and calls it long stroking. But Wiley is doing a good job in this interview. Wait a minute. Oh, gosh. Uncle Tim. Oh, Lord, I gotta sell Uncle Tim that thread. I gotta sell that thread so he can get into. Why y'all talking about Uncle Tim like that? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, God. Oh, dang, I got another interview to do. Let me get our film just talking with y'all. Let me check one of my other. I got another interview to do. Lord have mercy. I got another interview to do. Oh, I gotta freshen up, get this nose, because that air, child, this air is blowing up all up in my nose. In Chicago, my nose wasn't running like that. I don't know. Well, anytime I come in this apartment, my nose run. Crazy. But let me make sure, where is he at? I got to interview somebody. He sounds like Prince. He sings just like Prince. He got a record that is on iTunes. I don't know if Blue Skies know I'm going to interview. We don't want to say that until he come on. Okay, that's about 9 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock his time. So I will send y'all the text. I will send y'all the text when I do it. Are we still on for the interview? Let me check. Let me email him. Y'all gonna get another live. I done miss Big Brother fooling with Wiley. Guess what? Oh wow, you don't have you have me. I'm sorry that you missed Big Brother. I gotta watch Big Brother. I gotta watch these shows and stuff. But we thank y'all so very much. I will see y'all soon. Gotta go. If you missed the interview, make sure y'all catch the replay. Thank you so much, Uncle Tim. And shout out to the people that purchased his book. When you come back, how many days would you be here? When I come back to Chicago, I will be in Chicago. Let me see. I will give you the time. Wait a minute. Where's my flight? Dang, I'm trying to. I will be in Chicago. Hold on. What was the airline that I purchased this with? I took a screenshot and I still don't see it. Give me a sec. I'm gonna let you know. Spirit, not Spirit. It's way American. Give me a second. Y'all are literally watching this show. Okay, no, that was Spirit Airlines. Where is the one? American Airlines. I'm trying to see, y'all. Give me a second. I'm to let you know because I need to screenshot this. Is this it? Damn. I don't even know. I'm trying to see, y'all. Give me a second. Let me see. What was that screenshot? I took a screenshot. Is this American Airlines? Let me write that. Hold on. That sounds like. Let me do something right quick. Let me just do something. If I forgot what airline that I booked it, I'm gonna let you know so I can add it to my calendar. Give me a second. I'm about to let you know. Because I had got these flights when it was like dirt cheap. See? Oh, okay. I know I forgot a letter. Is it? What? Okay. So I'll be coming to Chicago October the 15th, which is a Thursday. And I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I leave Monday. Because that flight, I'm sorry, that was only $100 for a round trip. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would be. So did I put y'all the dates? That's October 15th through the 19th. Yeah. That's what it was. All right. Did you get that? That was a decent price. So it was for a round trip. And I been got it because I was still working. And I had been booked that flight. Because we was like, how are you traveling? Because when I was working, I booked it when that stuff was like $50, $100. It was like cheap. And I had got it. And then Spirit was like $50 a round. It was like $50-some a round trip. So I had booked it. And I didn't even want to keep up with the first one, but I went. Tell me why I stood in that long, tacky ass line at the DMV, and I didn't even have to stand in that line. They sent me a letter to my granny house because I'm a safe driver. I could have renewed my motherfucking license online. The fuck? I was so pissed. I stood in that line for nothing. I stood in that long ass line for nothing, because I didn't have to bring no piece of mail, no nothing. I'm a safe driver. I showed them that they just paid the money, renewed right then and there. I didn't take no driver's test, no eye test, no nothing. Can y'all believe that? I stood in that long ass, I'm still pissed. I'm like, my kneecaps. And I looked, because I didn't know. When I went to my granny house and she gave me that paper, here you go, baby. This is your mail. This is your mail. It's right here. Because she threw all my other important documents in the garbage. She kept the DMV documents. I'm like, where my other mail at? Garbage. It wasn't no judgment. Anywho, I got that, I read, I said, damn. But I'm glad I stood in that line because I was talking, get some connection, and it was content. So I'm not pissed because I needed something to do, and it was content, and it was great because I went there and I got my driver's license and my ID. Excuse me, because I might move back to Chicago. Not in the city though, outside, outskirts. Because my friends like, please move back. You want me to move back? Because that's my city, y'all. Thinking about it. Just a little thought. Just a little thought. What today? Well, we enjoy watching you standing alive. Yeah. No, biscuits. And I was here I stood in that line, but it wasn't really that lengthy because once you got inside of it, baby, shout out to the Illinois DMV. Baby, you may have to stand in the long line, but once you get in there, it's like good work. It's like a smooth operate. It's a smooth operation. Baby, Texas ain't nowhere in the world that can run a deal. Illinois, y'all have did an incredible job. Once you up in there, you got all your documents. You know what it is. You go through that, take your picture, get in this line, you get it, pay it, you out the door. When I went in there, I was out the door within 5 minutes. Even though I have to stand, it's a smooth operation. So what I suggest to people that stay in Chicago, if the DMV opens up at 7:30 a.m., get there at 6 o'clock, get you a chair, and you know what I'm saying? So you can get in the front of the line. So when the doors open up, you get in there, and then once you get your business, you can go to the restroom, use the restroom, wash your hands, hand sanitize, and go home. All your stuff is gone. Get all your documents, get your pieces of mail, get this, get all that stuff with you, get you a chair, go up in that motherfucker, get your thing, and be up out of it. Texas. Let me see what my lawyer side can say about Texas. You know, I can't press the gas on Texas. What can I say? Okay. Let me send an email. Okay. Is it okay? Okay. Let me say this. Got to keep it clear. All right. Texas. Okay. Texas. The thing about Texas that I think is so backwards, they are doing it by appointments, and you still standing in line. But what I suggest, even if your appointment is next year, tell them, I got the vote. I need my ID. Give them a sad-ass story. Because once you get inside, you good. With me, I was at the DMV. I was at the DMV in Texas. I did not have my birth certificate. I had none. I had no piece of mail because I'm thinking that this is simple. I just need my Illinois driver's license, and they could just transfer. Not in Texas, baby. You gotta have 2 pieces of mail, birth certificate, or your passport. So I had to order my birth certificate, and I see my daddy that's on the birth certificate. He was 24, and my mama was 19. And I see that's the name that's on there. So for Patreon people, I'm gonna get Ancestry to find out if the Wileys will show up on my genetics and all that, if they will show up. So I'm gonna do the Ancestry route, and then I can come to them and all that. And Patreon is gonna be a good content for y'all. But now I got all that, got my birth certificates, baby. I'm here to, babe. You need your birth certificate, you need your passport, or you can't be seen 35 miles up yonder because they real country here. And I said, okay, I got to vote. So due to me being smart, I said, let me register to vote. I registered. So I have my voter registration card. And they will allow you to vote with your out-of-state ID as long as you have your voter registration card, your number and stuff like that. They will let you vote. But don't depend on that. That's what she said from the election office. I highly suggest you take your voter registration card, you take your birth certificate, take all your documents to get a state ID in Texas. Because these people, got to be very professional. Talking about tech, can't press together. When my lawyer say, these lovely people, they don't mind doing voter suppression. When you're black, have your ID so you can go and vote, so your vote will be counted. Okay? So you all will get another video for Patreon, and y'all gonna see me talking to the sheriff that's there. I'm gonna talk to the man. I need to go vote. I need to go, because you got to tell them a good story. Go in there professional, can't go in there loud. I know how to talk to officer, and I'm not afraid to talk to an officer. Okay, and get there early, because I seen people was in that boohoo and crying because they have all the documents. So I wasn't really pissed because I'm already from another state and I could just renew my shit. So I'm not pissed because I don't want to be driving as a black man with an expired license. Don't want the shit. I want everything in order when you driving black. Okay. I'm even trying to get cameras inserted in my car. I want cameras. So just in case you get pulled over, the cameras automatically come on and it live stream the whole thing. I really want that. But it costs too much money. I'm trying to get one of my Mexican friends. I'm trying to put up some cameras up in there. So just in case the blue light, the cameras activate and it streams on all 3 platforms. That's the type of equipment that I want. I'm trying to get that together. And I think every black person have where everything is just live streaming real time. They got their body camera and you got yours, and it streams everywhere and everybody watching. Okay? I'm trying to get that done. That's, Okay, but because Texas is a little bit backwards. Y'all done motivate me to finally get this done. Sure, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff every day. I don't have the strength to go. But go to DMV, be strong, get there early. Even for you in Texas, go there, give them a sad, simple story so you can get upstairs and see the people and have your documents. Get your 2 pieces of mail, your birth certificate, your passport, bring it all so you can have all your documents to make sure you register. If you are in Didnt County, or if you out, because I'm in Didnt, pathetic, just, oh Lord, these people just, make sure you call and have them to send your voter registration card, okay? Because baby, Texas, get your voter, have your voter registration card, because and you get your number and all that. Make sure you are registered. In Illinois, it's easy. Register, they send you stuff. You can vote by mail. You can send all that type of stuff, okay? I actually like Didnt County. It's no problem. We ain't in Dallas County. I like Didnt County. We ain't in Dallas County. Man, I'm like, what the hell? Because this is the thing. I have registered. I went to the library. I registered. You ain't in no Dallas County. You in Didnt. I said, Didnt County? What the hell is a Didnt County? That's the shit that fucked me up with the library. I said, what the hell? And baby, they was just transferring me. It was so bad. It was crazy. And when I'm learning that you can live in a big ass apartment complex, your neighbor could be in Dallas County, your ass could be in Didnt, and y'all in the same apartment complex. That is how confusing these lines is when you live in Texas. Like you can go outside and just skip across the street and your ass in Carrollton, then go another couple of blocks, then your ass is in Plano. Keep on going around, then you in Frisco. It's like that hub. It's definitely better than Dallas County, but I hate definitely. Yes, it's definitely better. You still hate it though. It's like when we call 911, baby, you ain't getting no Dallas police. It be, is it Carrollton police or Plano police? But wherever it is, I think it's Plano. They're gonna call and they have to transfer you to Dallas. And that's crazy. And I said, what is this emergency? So I have to wait till they transfer you. And I will never forget, I had called the cops for something. That officer said, we ain't got no officers in your area. I said, you ain't got no what? It wasn't even that bad. It was just a lady that she was getting beat up a little bit. She was getting smacked around a little bit. And the reason why I say it wasn't that bad because she kept going back with that man, and I got out there trying to help, and she got mad at me. So I'm going to say it wasn't that bad because she's still with him now, but he was smacking her around, and I'm a big caller. The last time I helped her, she got mad at me. So it wasn't that bad, even though he was smacked. Pow, boom, boom, punch, all that. I'm getting a full show. So I called the cops trying to get her some help. We don't have an officer there, so I say, I'm sorry, ladies. The only thing I did, I just continued just watching him just slap her, punch her, and all that type of stuff. Because that's how I get involved, and I talk to the brother. He don't beat as much as around when I'm around. Because I went, I said, bro, like, don't do that, man. I could have went out there aggressive. I'm like, don't do that. Whatever she did, man, don't do that, man. Don't do that. She crying. It's all right. Don't do it. Other time, I was aggressive. Didn't work that way because she got mad. But I did go, don't do that, man. What's going on? I try to talk to him. And I said, man, you know, I said, you going through a lot. Don't take it out on her face. So we had talked, and I don't talk to him too much because he loved to talk a long time because, you know, I ain't got to deal with that. Oh, you want to come up and drink? No, I don't want to come up and drink with y'all. No, I don't. Absolutely not. You want to come out? Too much drama? Not gonna happen. No. Hey man, you want to come out and hang out with? No, I don't want to hang out with you women beaters. Why don't I want to hang out with women beaters? I'm trying to tell you to stop putting. I don't want to hang around that spirit. No, then I'm talking. No. And she's beautiful too, good looking, everything. I just hate that you just slap her, and I think maybe she like it. You know. I just hate that it happened, but I did try to call. They said one officer in the area. She was getting punched, slapped, and everything. I saw her full flat. Me and Buttercup, we just looking. I was just looking. Because I heard the shuffle, because I'm hearing birds chopping, and then somebody, pow, slap, you this and that. I'm like, what's going on in front of my door? So I called. No officer in the side. I just got a good old show. She's a good looking woman. She would speak. I don't speak to her like that because I don't want to get involved in the mess. I ain't trying to fool with it. That's your man. That's who it is. Boo. Y'all have happy. I mind my own business, walk my dog. And if I see them outside, I don't even go outside. Absolutely not. I don't even go. If they're outside, I don't even go outside. I don't want to be involved with that energy, especially when they argue. Because I know I hear the argument come. They just be arguing down the stairs. And you did that. No. They drinking. I smell the liquor. And he falling down the stairs. And he want to grab her because she want to leave. She shouldn't be driving. I'm saying, look at these fools. Get in the car. I said, you better not. And I went out. I told her, better not hit my car. That's all I know. You better not hit it, or it's gonna be. I'm sorry. So we ain't gonna, man. We ain't gonna hit your car, man. We just gonna. I know it. There's gonna be some trouble. You hit my. I had on my boxes or whatever the case. So what? They had a couple of little holes in that box of briefs. Still, you ain't gonna hit my car. I put on them boxes quick, fast, and early. I was like, hold up. You know what? I know whatever y'all going. Don't hit my car. You know, I went up outside, put a little bass, you know. They don't want no problem with me. Let me stop talking about these people. But I saw that in my own eyes. What are y'all talking about in the comments, child? I was triggered to tell that story. Damn, this turned to a 3-hour live. Fuck. I didn't want this to be no 3-hour live. But it's 3-hour live, though. Thank you. I ain't paying you no $6 for that t-shirt. You can keep that. I'm gonna get somebody else because I paid you your $30. Not until you give me that $30 back. You ain't getting no 60. Fuck that. Let me read the comment. Thank y'all. Just I know that. And I'm like, what's that? So, in regards to voting, make sure y'all do go vote. I've never been to Houston. I want to go visit Houston. Never been there. Don't know. I'm in love with women. Around, I wanted to rule my own life. I did everything I was supposed to do, but now those bills rule my life. The kids rule my life. My hubby tries to rule my life, but that's not happening. Come on. So, yes, but I highly suggest you go out and vote. I am registered in Texas. I love it. I think it was great that the whole Texas process. The reason why I say Texas is a little bit backwards is because I'm not accustomed. I wasn't raised here. Texas do have some programs here that helps their people. So I'm gonna be more active. You're gonna see me. I'm gonna try to be an election worker one day. I'm gonna, work for campaigns and everything. I'm gonna be more active out here in the community. Very, very active out here. So my birthday is November 11th, you guys. I want to see y'all. If you're in the city, I want to link up with y'all and we go out to eat. Okay? Okay? Shimmy up when you settle in. Okay. When you live in Dallas and been to Houston, what you live in Dallas, you never been? I never been to Houston. I'm telling you, I never want to even live in Texas. I'm telling you, I just drive, go to my area, go to Walmart, go to my little business. I did see one of the producers that is here. I stopped dealing with her because I didn't like to. I didn't like to because don't get me involved in your marriage problems. Like, don't get me involved in your drama. I am a consecrated. I'm not your man. I'm not this. Don't use me as no pawn. And I told her, I said, whatever you're trying to do, stop it. And you're doing a dangerous game. If you don't like your man or stuff like that, don't use me. Don't insert me in conversation. Don't disrespect your man. Don't put me in your mess. And I have to cut her off. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't insert me in. Don't disrespect that man. Because if he knock you out, that's you. Okay. Oh, Wiley, don't no. Because I know what you're trying to do. Oh, Wiley, he's so. Oh, I wish he was like this. He don't do that, Wiley. Don't do that. Men do not like that. I said, ma'am, you are doing something very dangerous. Do not try to demean your man to make me feel. Don't do it. I don't want no parts of it. And you know what? I'm cutting you off. I don't want to see you. You see? Don't do that. Oh, Wiley, you do that. Don't you do that. Men do not like it when you bring another man. Gay, straight, whatever you are, I am still a man and I'm a young man, and don't do that because I know what you're doing. Stop doing that because if you're doing that, hit you or come at me, it's going to be some trouble. I have to end that. Are you trying to become a politician while you are going to get involved in campaign? Yeah. So I was like, what? Don't do that. Don't put me in like that. Like she was like, oh, you make me like my husband or make me laugh. Like, don't you say that in front of me all like I'm looking like, what is she talking about? I'm like, what the hell? I don't go anywhere in no Texas. Baby, I don't send me out of Texas. I understand why I live in Texas 20 years. On 1 hour. So I'm gonna go out a little bit more. I'm a homebody, but I will go out a little bit more. I will. So you gotta be careful, baby. After I got tased, I will not go out to these places like that. I don't go out to Houston. I will go out to Houston one day because everybody say, go to Houston, go to Houston, go to Houston. If I get some Houston money, I go. I will go, but right now I ain't got it like that. I understand why. Yeah. So, but I will get out and go to some parts of Texas. I love my area. I love some parts of South Dallas. I went to some parts of South Dallas and Sweet Georgia Brown. Is that a restaurant? I think me and my roommate went. He took me there, and because he loved to eat, he said, "Let's go to Sweet Georgia Brown." So we went to Sweet Georgia Brown. I hope I said that right. Sweet Georgia Brown. Did I say that right? Sweet Georgia Brown. I hope I said it right. All that. But if I go to Houston, I'm not really that impressed by Texas, to be honest with you. I'm not really that impressed. You ain't gonna really see me going. They be, what? You want to go to Texas? Houston, child. I don't even really want to be in Dallas like that. That don't impress me in Texas. It really don't. Now Atlanta, yes. That's impressive. You might see me do stuff in Atlanta that you never see me do. Atlanta, I lay my guards down a little bit. But I can't, not like that. But I do go out in Atlanta. The last time when I went to clubs, you never see me at no club. I love it. You need to go to Houston. You're like, okay, I'm gonna see how Houston is. I to ask you, have you been to Sunny? So I've never been to Sunny, so I definitely need to come to New York. New York is on the list. Babe, when I can't wait till I get the money to fly airway. Oh, babe, I want to go to China. I want to go to Japan. One day I'll be able to do it. Oh, we know why you like Atlanta. No, I like Atlanta because it's just, man, when it comes to shows, man, I feel good in Atlanta. Atlanta treats me well. I love Atlanta. Houston has the best restaurant. I would love to, you know. I'll visit there. I'll drive to Houston one day. All right, y'all. Any other questions for me? Sweet Georgia Brown gave my sister good. What? I ain't going back to Sweet Georgia Brown. She did that to your sister. Baby. I went there one time. It was good because it was a lot. They gave me a lot of food at Sweet Georgia Brown. It was a lot of food that they gave me at Sweet Georgia Brown. I would tell you that. At Sweet Georgia Brown, when I tell you they gave me a lot of food at Sweet Georgia Brown, it was a lot of good food at Sweet Georgia Brown. I will tell you that. Sweet Georgia Brown, the food was like incredible. And yeah, it was really, really incredible at Sweet Georgia Brown. Give me a sec. I'm trying to, okay. Let me see. What is I'm doing? Okay, that's the page. Good night. Good night, B-Scales. Good night. Nothing but grease and lard. Just because your city undeveloped for a major city. Got to see y'all later. Y'all to get more of Dallas. And I know Wiley, I'm eating chicken wings right. Yes, eat some chicken wings. All right, thank y'all so much. Let me go because I got to shower up, change. I got another interview with somebody that is on the iTunes charts. So y'all tune in for that. If you want to be notified when I go live, it'll be a short, sweet interview. Hit that number, 972-674-9462. Again, that number is 972-674-9462. That interview would be it. Thank you, Uncle Tim, for coming on the show. God bless you to all the producers. Let me go and take me a hot shower and change and get ready for this other interview. Yes. Let me do it. Night. Okay, where's the other button at? Uh-oh. Where's the other button? That's tonight. He heading home now. He just texted me the artist that I'm interviewing and stuff. So I will see y'all then. Is that it? Is that? No, that's the wrong one. Is that it? No, that ain't the one. I want to click on the right button. Hold on. Is this the button? Oh, right here. Hey.